everybody! Hello, hello! Welcome to Charmed Persons. Hope you are having a wonderful weekend. I'm gonna start off right away by saying today's Emily's birthday! Happy birthday to Emily!
Hat birth.
You did it!
We got her a friend for her birthday.
Yeah, and as you can see, now that you're looking at Emily, Miranda's back. Miranda's here. Miranda was in a one-shot a long time ago. But for those of you who don't know Miranda, here's Miranda. She's our very good friend of the stream, Miranda Johnson. She will be joining us today with a side character that will be introduced later. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I don't think I do, so Angie has an announcement that she wants to make.
Yeah. On behalf of Emily's birthday, we did a giveaway of a pair of earrings, D20s. I think you guys might have seen it on our Instagram. And as promised, we would like to announce the winner of that giveaway is... Who's doing that? I can't ever tell. Oh, okay. So winner of the D20 earrings is at Earth2Kristen. Congratulations, Earth2Kristen. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Thank you so much, Kristen. We really appreciate your support.
Yes. We will be in touch with you, get you those D20s. You get to pick your color. It's going to be really cute. Thank you so much to everyone who participated, everyone who followed us. We love you all.
That we do.
Back to Zach.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to adjust something for the stream here. Wonderful. All right, so I guess that's it for announcements, other than the fact that tomorrow we have our next installment of our one-shot with Matt in the Nine Hells. I'm very excited to get back to that. That is going to be a good time. And yeah, other than that, just stay tuned to our socials, Charmed Persons, and without any further ado, let's get started. We left off with our party in the city of Voluin. They had just taken over or defeated Demetrius Frey, which was our party member Rev Grayskin's old patron and a vampire lord that had caused some issues for the party for quite some time. But they had defeated him, and then upon doing so, met old Xavier Synax, who ended up being the famed wizard who had created the Gray Sky and lived within the Gray Sky, and informed the party that the current Xavier Synax that they've been dealing with is actually a clone of the original, and has been wreaking havoc unknowingly on the world of Erubrion. And although assistance was requested, it was firmly denied, other than a couple of items and a location. Upon leaving Demetrius Frey in the stables in the Gray Sky, the party learned about a temple north of Voluin that held quite a few pretty major ancient magical artifacts that Elburn Proctor had searched for in his years as the Archmage of Devis. And he had found them, but had not ever sought them out. And so in this temple, the party decided to go and look for these ancient artifacts in an effort to find something that might assist them with the ensuing feud with Xavier Synax, and maybe even a battle with a Colossal. So as they went to the temple, they went through the main first room, which was a trapped room filled with loads and piles of rotting bodies that both Atticus and Ray fell into. I think were the two. But eventually the party made their way through all the traps of the temple, fought off the entities from within the temple, and found the 4 ancient magical artifacts. Rev Grayskin attuned to the animated shield, bro. And Avra Bell attuned to the Staff of Power. And Ray Dusor attended to the bow of I forget the name of the bow, but it's the bow that kills sworn enemies. Yeah. That's right.
Bow, dude.
And Laszlo attuned to the eagle eye mask. And he's flying around with that in his boots. And as the party attuned to these items, or as they discovered them, I should say, they had curses put upon them that were exchanges for these items that were good in their own right, but also promised to grow in power as they went on. Rev Grayskin, aged 20 years, and is now older than his father, or his father's age, one of the two, and or close to it, and is definitely making Daddy Rev more of an actual thing. Kelfie had a curse put upon her where her timeline of a year was dwindled down to a month, and the deal of taking away Ray's light was no longer active. And then I forget, I know what the curses were, but I forget because you guys have kept exchanging them. I think Atticus forgot. No, you
Rev took mine.
Yeah. Rev took yours. Laszlo, did you have a
I think
curse?
Ray has one.
I think Ray took mine.
Yeah, it's Ray and Avra. are
Ray
the
and
other two, I
Avra.
believe.
Avra forgets
Yeah, I did keep my curse.
who Benjamin Firestar was, who was her love from the Emerald Union, and the person who died at the very first session of this campaign. She forgot who he was, and Ray, I'm sorry, I forget your curse off the top of my
Okay,
head.
I lost my pinkies.
Yes, you lost your pinkies. That
And
is correct.
also, I'm at disadvantage in daylight because I'm apparently like a drow now or something.
No, you're not a drow, but the daylight
Or
does
kobold.
just it makes you yeah, your eyes kind of have like a yellowish tint to them now.
have glaucoma.
And, not in a sickly way. Yeah, and the daylight is just a little bit harsh to you, and your pinkies are gone, which is more of an aesthetic thing.
Did I
but
also lose my blue hair, or did I just lose?
you did lose your blue hair as well.
Okay.
Yes. Excuse me. Thank you for the reminder. So, with these curses being had, Atticus then remembered to check in on his family, to find out that everyone was alive and well, but Georgia was missing and had been for a little over a week. In discovering that, the party remembered their task to return back to Lake Peak, and we start where we left off, with you guys at the temple, deciding what to do. You had just left. Oh, and another piece of important information. There was a little tiff, little negative energy moment where Ray Dusor attempted to cast Charm Person on
I did.
Elburn. You did. And upon learning that he was charmed, Elburn said that Ray was dead to him, and he left the temple. And you are now all reunited outside of the temple. Curses known, items attuned, objectives clear. What do you do?
Gotta get to Lake
We
Peak.
should go to Lake Peak, right?
Well,
I feel really bad that we haven't gone already, to be totally honest.
How long would that take? Just curious.
About a month and a day, I think.
Cool. Yeah.
Uh,
We could
That's fine.
do you guys
do
know
the
that you could?
teleportation thing close, but not there.
We have to
right?
go to.
no, if we go
one
back
place
to
and use
town,
the
we use
teleportation
teleportation stone. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Faluin, you
right.
can use not the stone, not the item, but you can use the
Circle.
teleportation circle to get to Lake Peak. Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks.
so-
Do that.
So we have a couple days to follow you in then. It was a
It's
day
like a
and
day
half,
and a
I think?
half-ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So like we like double time it. Like-
Yeah. Should I reach out to Meister Francile and just?
You've
like,
already used all 3 sendings for today. You reached out to his
Yeah,
mom
I did.
twice and to
And then my sister.
and then his
Oh, yeah.
sister.
Yeah, I think we should
JK,
just
I'll do
like
it in the
run
morning.
there. We can run really fast.
A light jog.
Everyone
Get
gets
some
on their
exercise.
steeds.
I'm constantly flying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
Can we
of course.
ride through the night? Is that a
healthy.
possibility?
It is a possibility. You will just all take points of exhaustion.
I don't need to
I
sleep,
mean,
so
I-
I can negate that.
You still
As
need
you're
the
even
trance.
discovering the necessity of this, as you guys are riding fast, it's like it's not sandy, but it's like it's a pretty arid vegetative plains. So a little more green than the Sahara, but like kind of the Sahara-ish is what you're riding through. And as you're riding and discussing like, should we stop for the night? Should we keep riding through the night? There is a flash of energy like ahead of you, about 200 feet ahead of you, and kind of an explosion of light. And then at the center of where this light was standing, kind of like catching their breath, you see a figure. Miranda, if you could describe your character.
My character is a halfling warlock,
Yeah.
gender neutral, 3'1", 1 inch above average halfling height. And my name is Sky Clearwater.
Amazing.
So I arrive and say, Sky Clearwater. Those are for pansies.
So
Lows are
Sky,
for pansies?
so Sky, as you appear here, just being sit by Meister Francile, he wasn't quite sure if the teleport scroll would work. That's a spell that's a bit above his capabilities. But he knew he had to get you to them before they tried to use the teleportation circle. And so he used the spell, tried to focus on where they were on this material plane, and nailed it. I mean, this must be the party that he's been talking about. He has, briefly described who the Lake Peak 7 are, and you roughly see those people in front of you right now. And you know that you have the document on you that has the runes for the correct teleportation circle. And yeah, so the rest of you see this halfling in front of you, and what do you guys do?
I mean, there's a longbow pointed at her. Right. right at them.
Elburn. Have you learned nothing?
I mean, at least it's not a gun.
That's true.
That's
I-
true.
I put that in my pack. I don't carry that when I ride. Who is this person?
It's Sky
Yeah, she's-
Clearwater.
They said Sky.
This means nothing to me. Who is this person?
Yeah, who are you? Like
them?
more than a name.
Tell us more, please.
Well, I'm here to help.
Cool.
Help us?
Definitely. Tiny
How-
immediately
how-
is like smelling them because the lightning is very intriguing. Tiny has never seen a lot of people come down in lightning,
Yeah.
so he's immediately like up in their face.
Who are you?
So
and who
you
sent
see,
you?
Tiny,
Oh,
which
yes.
she just described, is a dragon type creature. It's a drake. It's not exactly a dragon. He doesn't have arms that come out. He just has 2 hind legs, and then giant wings that he kind of uses like the pterodactyls do in Jurassic Park to like walk around. And he's got this real long neck. He's like this luminescent green color. His scales shine in the barely moonlight that is just now starting to appear, and he's just like in your face, kind of moving back and forth, very bird-like.
Wow, what a cutie.
Yeah, he likes you, I think.
Who doesn't?
Like, who, Where are you from? Who sent you? We're kind of fighting like an evil wizard right now, so like
We're a
you
little bit of a hurry.
right now.
Is this part of the curses? Who got cursed with a kid?
Was it me?
I was sent to tell you you're going the wrong way.
By who?
By who?
Do you know where we're going?
Sure.
Where
Where are we
going?
going?
Do you,
Where do you think we're
if
going?
you, Meister Francile presented you with a document that you can hand them if you want.
I have a monstra fracile.
Meister Francile.
That, yes. It gave me this nice scroll here. If you would like to read it, can any of you read?
Yeah, I'll
What
read
language?
it.
Sounds like you.
Can any of you read?
I
Abra,
lower my bow after hearing that and going, this fully is seeming less like a threat if they're asking if you can read.
Yeah. Not a
Is
question.
Meister a title or is that a name?
It's a title.
It's a title, right? That's-
Meister's a title. Yeah. It's-
Monstro. Francile.
That's so funny. So you take the scroll, and the scroll says that Meister Francile has sent Sky Clearwater here to give you the runes of a new teleportation circle. He doesn't describe exactly what's going on in the town. If you wanted to, you could talk to Sky. Maybe they know a little bit more, but he says that the town is in trouble, that it's Fiona's fault, and
Oh,
that teleporting directly to the center of town under her control is a very bad idea, and that they have an outpost right outside of town that you can teleport to instead. And as a matter of fact, wrapped up in this is a teleportation circle scroll. So I don't think you know the spell teleportation circle, but with this scroll you can learn it. Which means as long as you know the destination you're going to, you can take the time to write the runes wherever you are. It doesn't have to be used at a teleportation circle.
Nice.
So it'll take you like an hour, I think, to learn. No, I don't know how long it'll take you, but it'll take you like a short rest, basically, to learn the spell. And then you guys can teleport to this new location. And Meister Francile tells you that time is of the utmost essence.
Wasn't
Let's start setting
Fiona
up
your
that
friend?
circle.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that we can get there a lot faster. That seems perfect.
Yeah.
You're
Let's go.
welcome.
Thank you. What's
Can I
your
do
name
an
again?
Can I do an
Sky.
insight check to see if
Sky Clearwater.
they're lying to us?
Yeah, for sure. Of course you
Abra.
can.
Abra Bella.
Yeah. What is it? It's 10.
10. I mean, they seem to be straightforward, and that you don't see any like malice or deception.
And I want to do a divine sense to see if they're a fiend, celestial, or undead.
They are not, but you get a slight fiendish aura around this individual.
Okay.
Ah,
Can I do an insight check specifically on the document?
Do an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh,
Does this
thank
document
you.
look nervous?
Appreciate
is this document lying?
Oh, it's an 11. I have a +9.
Ew.
With an 11, I would say you feel fairly confident that this document is unaltered, and you saw Meister Francile's handwriting in... Oh wait, no, that was Atticus, technically. Well, I'll just say you show it to Atticus, and because Atticus got a note from Meister Francile, and he notices that the handwriting matches up.
Nice.
Me. Well, I'll start. Should I just start learning this here? Should we leave?
Let's
I mean,
just
that
go
seems
now.
like a good
We're
place to
here.
start.
Let's just do it
Yeah.
now.
Alright,
Yeah, agreed.
I'll take the time it takes to learn.
Kelpie starts like using druid craft to kind of like flatten an area of land so that you'll be
If
able
we're
to
on
draw
the
the
road,
teleportation circle.
Could we get like off the road a little
Yeah,
bit so we're not like
for
right
sure,
on a road?
easily enough.
Now, Sky, have you heard of a game called Honesty or Compelled?
Honesty or compelled action?
I have not.
Little fireside game. Some call it what did they call it in that one town?
It's Truth or Dare, I think.
Oh yeah, stupid name. Truth or dare.
I've never heard of that either.
I know they're not a threat, but like I'm not ready to do that with anybody new.
Fair enough. Yeah, no.
Why am I not surprised?
I'm offended.
Oh wait, I'm learning to spell.
I'm offended.
Okay. I turn around and beam Broody over on the other side of the thing.
Let's all play without that guy.
I start just walking in circles
He's
like
going
around the
through
group,
it.
Okay.
like I'm doing a
Fighting with
perimeter
his
check, but I'm
girlfriend.
really just meandering. I'm not
Okay.
actually looking at anything.
Totally.
I have an important mechanics question for you, Zach.
Of course.
This mask, how do I fly with it? Does it give me like dragon wings? perchance?
What is the mask called again? I forget.
I wrote down the mask of flying.
Paragon.
Yeah, the
It's
Paragon.
It's the
mask. Yeah,
Peregrine.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you, I think it says. Hold on.
It doesn't say. It just says, wearing this winged helm, you have a flying speed of 60 feet. In addition, you have advantage on an initiative rolls.
Yeah.
I like to think that the actual mask wings start flapping right by your face.
Just flying by my head.
Yeah.
Your shit.
Okay.
Fly. What? We're inside. Stop. Turn it off.
I'll just kill your
Dude,
neck.
ornithopter.
Knocking everything over.
Yeah, I would say that Paragon, I would say translucent feathered wings appear on your back.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm just doing barrel rolls.
Okay. Laszlo's living his, dragon fantasies right now.
Yeah, I put on my ring of fire breath, and I'm just raining fire. Woohoo!
You've just
Gotta
become
give
a
a low
dragon.
profile.
Oh my god.
You're really trying to impress Tiny with everything
yeah.
that you're doing. Yeah.
Giving Tiny some winks.
Tiny's impressed, I will say. Look at him go.
Anybody
Look at
else
him
doing
go.
anything while Avra's learning the spell?
I'm just trying to. We have to set up the stones. You said. Or does Avra have to do that?
She'll have to do that once the spell. She'll take 10 minutes to cast a minute to write down the runes after she's learned the spell. Right now,
I'm
she's
just
learning it.
nervously pacing.
Yeah, I get it. That's going down. Well, then we'll just say, for the sake of brevity, that a short amount of time has passed. It's now like into the early night, and Avra has learned the spell, and you feel comfortable to use the runes given to you from the document by Sky to teleport to the new circle.
Is everyone ready?
I have never been on a teleportation circle before.
Did everyone
Just
drink
wanted
plenty
to
of water today?
throw that out there.
I always drink
Butt
plenty
water.
of water.
That'll work. Have you ever had butt water?
I'd rather not discuss.
Should
We'll
we?
talk
Would
about
you
it
like
later.
to try some?
Right?
It's much better than you might think.
Sure.
Atticus hands you a clear bottle of liquid.
Did you drink? Drink
It
it
is a incredibly strong alcoholic drink. Think moonshine, and yet incredibly smooth. So like you feel a severe burn, and yet don't even feel a tinge of like pucker face.
We chug it.
Whoa!
Wait, no, we've got the
That-
unlimited one, right?
Not yet. I got a couple.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me, Sky.
As we tell.
I understand what she's going through. What they're going
I
through.
think they're
Adventure
gonna
Sage.
fit in. I think they're gonna fit in, Atticus.
21.
Oh yeah, like a champ. Down the whole thing. No, no issues.
That was good.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
And
Wow.
even though you did handle it like a champ, and even though it's not affecting you really, you are drunk for sure. Immediately. Yeah. Immediate drunk. Okay, so Abra casts or starts taking the time to it's in dirt, and so you just take a stick that you find on the ground and engrave the runes on the ground. And everybody steps in the teleportation circle, and do you cast the spell?
Wait.
Oh,
I just want to say it's super nice to you guys that let me hang out with you. So
You showed up.
How old are you again?
I love you guys.
oh, they love
I'm
us.
17.
Ah,
Wow, you're so old.
Oh
Atticus.
no.
Kelpie's been drinking this whole time.
I know, but we say it's
true.
wrong.
Kelpie's also developed a problem.
She steals and
Temporary.
drinks. It's fine.
He
Listen, let's just
negated
all hold
it.
hands. Let's get going.
Ready? 1,
Uh,
2, 3.
The spell is cast. There's a flash of purple arcane energy as you all feel yourselves immediately, just like the feeling when you're asleep and you feel yourself falling. You just feel yourselves. It's like your soul comes out from you, and you just feel this weird push, and your eyes are completely blinded by this purple bright light, and then what feels like simultaneously
Oh no.
several minutes, but also very few milliseconds later, you appear in what seems to be a small wooden cabin, freshly built. There is a small table off to the side that seems to have maps of Lake Peak just strewn about it. Standing over that table, you see out of his robes and in a rolled up tunic with simple slacks is the dark-skinned elf bald Meister Francil with his piercing green eyes. You also see oh gosh, hold on just a second, let me pull up his name.
Xavier Synax, and he's already dead.
Yeah, you see Xavier and he's
Yes.
dead. You wish, buddy.
Yes.
And
The other
now.
Xavier.
Yes, I
another
do.
wish. I want that. I do want his death.
Let me find him. This guy's name is
Gerald.
Lucius Potter. Who
Nice.
you might remember Atticus as the
Father of Draco Potter.
he is the priest of the god Helm, and he is the one who tried to bring back Guillaume.
Okay, I remember him.
And he's there, and you see two other individuals, both clad in black leathers. One of them has they both have like black cloths covering their face, just kind of sitting there with their arms crossed. One of them has long brown hair, but one side of their skull is just covered in burn marks. And the other one has like long red hair. And the individual that's like covered in dark black armor with long red hair just sprints right towards all of you.
Coming.
Does anyone do anything?
Yeah, I pull out my pistol and just point
What do
it
I
right forward.
slap his
We wait
hand
long
out
enough to let
immediately.
Elburn.
Elburn, roll a both of you roll initiative. The two of
Initiative?
you.
Okay.
Elburn and Atticus.
19.
26.
Elburn gets his gun up. You're not able to swipe him away. The person stops. And then
Real quick, as soon as I do that, I go, we need to stop having people just show up in front of us. So, like, don't run. Tell us what's up.
They
Don't
pull
wanna-
down. They pull down their mask, and you see Georgia Varcona. And she looks at you, and she says, "You know him," and points to Meister Francile, and then runs over to Atticus and just gives you the biggest hug.
First, I push Elburn just very hard,
I-
and then
I
I go.
He pushes me as I'm putting the gun away, so I definitely
stumble.
harder.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And yeah, she
And I'll
just,
go and just like pick up Georgia and do like the whole spin hug. The camera's panning around us.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You see that your younger sister. It's only been a few months, and yet she somehow seems like already so much older than the last time that you saw her. She has
Into the Feywild.
she has dark leather armor, and attached to her forearms are these like wooden like planks wrapped in this leather, and on the underside there's several metal gears, and underneath those a long silver blade that seems to be able to contract and retract out of these
She
forearm
missing
bracers.
a finger.
She's
or-
not.
no?
No, she is not. But you notice that she has several, like on her belt. She has like several like pockets of I guess they're pockets, yeah, but they're that seem to have like gear on them and like certain gadgets that she has made. And you know that she was like tinkering for a long time, and you know, right before you left there was some stuff that she wanted to show you but wasn't ready to, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you."
What are you doing? What are you doing wearing armor and knives? Who are you?
Well, I was training with Grandpa for a really long time, and we didn't tell anybody because he was afraid that you guys would be mad. But with Dad gone, you needed help, Atticus, and it was my time to step up. And so Papa taught me how to fight, and I used my brain, and turns out I'm really good at creating stuff.
Well, I knew that.
And so,
But-
well, I was sick of just sitting there, Atticus. Just sitting there with Mom and Dad, and they're like together again, and so they're like super disgusting about it. And Grandpa, I love him, but he's so old. And I was so bored because you kept us just like hiding and just like not being able to do anything. And so I came to find you and help you, and we thought you were at Lake Peak. And, well, I found what's at Lake Peak. And that's when Meister Francile kind of approaches the group. And he says, "It's wonderful to see all of you. I'm so glad that Sky was able to get you my note. Yeah, it's good to..." And he starts just like embracing all of you.
Francis.
Francile, yes.
Hello, I'm new here. I'm Laszlo.
Oh, Laszlo, it is a pleasure to meet you. And you see that he like, it's weird. He has like it feels like he recognizes you, but he definitely doesn't. So it's just a confusing experience for him. And he looks over at Sky, and he says, "Sky, thank you very much for undertaking that. I know that it was probably a little frightening having me just teleport you with I appreciate you putting your trust in me."
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was super hard and scary.
Yeah, no, of course.
It made me a little dizzy
Are you okay?
even.
You're
I'm
drunk?
just
Oh,
drunk off of the spells, bro.
right. Well, I
She
can
drank
see
about,
that.
she drank about 3/4 of a bottle of water.
Got you.
Like,
So
shut.
within half a day of knowing all of. Okay. Well. And
Are
then
you really surprised?
as Meister Francile continues to talk, you hear kind of a sobbed gasp, like a gasp that has a lot of emotion behind it. coming from the other individual in this room, dark clad. And as he pulls down his mask, he looks over at Ray. Sis?
Shut the fuck up.
And you see a half completely burned Benjamin Firestar standing in this room. And he comes over to you. Oh my god, sis, what are you doing here? And then he looks over at you, Avra, and he says, Avra, I didn't even recognize you without, and you have no idea who this man is.
Who dat?
Is that what you say?
No.
I can't remember. Did we have a conversation about how you didn't know him, or do I not know that?
I don't know if she knows that you don't know him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Ray
What
knows, but
happened
Ray
is
didn't tell
I
Ava.
looked at Ray and I felt like there was something about our relationship that connected us that I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't
And-
say anything about that.
I don't
But
think.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna immediately just like barrel run into him, just like
Yeah.
tackle him
He squeezes you
immediately,
back, yeah. real hard.
crying,
Yeah.
sobbing,
Do
snot
I-
all over him.
Do I have any feeling of familiarity at all, or is it just like gone?
You feel like that weird thing that I described last session where it's like a known emptiness. As in, like, something should be in this spot of my brain right now, but it's not. If that makes sense. But it's not like
Like
an
an
emotional
itch.
thing. It's like an itch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back from the hug and then just kind of smack him upside the head.
Oh, what?
Just be like, what the
Ow!
hell?
What? Listen.
Wait, you what? What?
What do you mean?
You-
what? I exploded.
You were dead, and Avra told, and
As
they.
far as she knew, I was dead. I didn't even get my
What?
memories back until a few days ago.
What?
Well, I don't.
What?
How did you?
Well,
Avra, what did you said that he was dead?
listen. As
right?
far as she
Like,
knew, I was dead. It's okay, Avra. I don't blame you for thinking that I was dead. Seriously, I really don't. I mean, I was. I think maybe. I don't know. He looks over at Lucius. And he says he brought me back.
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
And Lucius just kind
I'm
of
gonna,
nods.
I'm gonna look at Kelpie and just in halfling say, "Am I missing something?"
I can understand halfling also.
Oh, fun!
I've been
And Sky,
staring
you
at-
also can understand that. Sorry, go ahead.
I've been staring at Ben because I didn't until this moment realize that this would also mean that I have a brother as well as a sister.
Yep.
And so I'm like dumbfounded with that. And so then I look at Ava and remember that she can't remember. And so I'm just like,
And I legitimately was
Um.
just about to like grab Ben up and take him over to Kelpie and be like, this. Okay, get ready. Are you ready? This is so crazy. This is our sister. Our mom was
What?
kind of. Yeah, we did. I don't
Hi.
think she's gone. By the way, we thought she
Mom?
was dead. I don't think she's dead. Did you think she was dead?
Of
We
course
never
I
really
thought she
talked
was
about
dead.
that.
Yeah, I mean, they just
know.
kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Just like you. But that's something we can talk about at another time.
Okay.
Okay, we
all
can talk
right.
about that another time, okay?
And
but,
I like smack him on the shoulder. Like a.
well, hi,
Well-
nice to meet you. Wait, no. Oh my gosh, Kelpie.
yeah,
Oh,
hey,
You look so different. What the heck?
Feywild, man,
Has it
Feywild.
been 5
been-
years since I've seen you?
I mean, like in a way, kind of.
I'm overwhelmed.
This is a lot of new information for me, and I think I might have half a brain, so this is really hard for me to take in.
Yeah, what is this?
Well, I
going on
exploded,
here?
sis. A bomb went off.
I don't know.
Wow, and I'm like, kind of touch it.
It feels like it's honestly like half his face is Deadpool. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
some like burn stuff.
oh yeah.
I do divine sense to see if I'm picking up any undead from him.
You do divine sense, and you do not pick up undead from him. It seems as if this was a resurrection spell.
I'll like scooch over after that, and they're having their moment, and she's touching his face to Avra and be like, you should know him, yes, do you not? In halfling.
Oh, I mean, I kind of feel like I maybe lost more than just my hair color with that curse, but I don't know what.
I mean, because we knew that Atticus forgot about his family rights.
Yeah, because he remembered
he had-
not remembering, basically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, with Atticus, it was like a person/people that he forgot. So maybe you forgot Ben, because he was with you when I met you for the first time.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave
Avra,
it.
make an intelligence check. At advantage. Because the DM wants you to roll well. That's always the best reason to have advantage.
Aww. That's so nice. You're muted for some reason.
22.
22. Hearing Kelpie say this, you immediately reach into your bag and pull out your journals from the beginning of all of this, and then you start going even further back, and you see tons of entries about this guy named Benjamin Firestar, who you have no memory of. But you clearly see how you felt about him and how well you knew him.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ben said the funniest thing today. Oh my god.
Miss Abra Firestar.
Yeah.
There's a whole page of that.
Yeah.
As everyone's having like revelations, I lean over to Tiny. And I say, got any popcorn?
Tiny picks a rock off of the ground and hands it to you, and then like
I take it and eat it.
Yep. And that'll help you with digestion.
It's good, Tiny.
I'm like, hey, do you have more popcorn?
Yeah, sure. I give you some rocks.
You try to eat the rocks?
I eat the rocks.
Okay, yeah. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
oh my god. Rocks only work if you have a second pancreas, you guys.
And I'm gonna say halfling. You're a bit hardy. You get advantage on this Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20.
It's
Yes.
weird. Like, usually popcorn is a chewing food, but I guess this popcorn's a swallowing food. You swallow about 4 or 5 pieces.
Compliments to Tiny, the chef.
Special dragon corn.
Super good.
After they get the 5th rock down, I'll kind of tap them on the shoulder and be like, maybe you drank a little bit too much butt water, and I'll do lay on hands to make them not.
Yeah. So
drunk anymore.
Atticus places his hand on you, and you feel this like glow of divine energy, and you are cured of your drunkenness.
Do
And
You're
have
gonna
a
feel
blanket?
some weird things over the next couple days.
Your throat kind of hurts a little bit.
Hey guys, I'm not really sure what's happened the last hour or so, but
You want any more rocks?
You got us here.
just gonna apologize if I said anything weird.
I think
I'm
you
usually
handled
pretty
yourself
cool.
quite well, Master Francil says. It
You
seemed
didn't
like you
say
were
anything.
pretty drunk.
You did eat rocks just now.
Well,
About 5 of them.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like, it's the cool thing to do now.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
We have
Tiny's
been on the
like,
road
Cool.
for a while. Maybe we're a little out of touch.
So Meister Francil looks at all of you and he says, well, as much as I am very happy that you are all reunited, I should tell you what's been going on.
Yes,
So, ever since Fiona was framed for everything that happened, her hatred for magic users has only grown. And in doing so, she kind of became what she hated. she found a way to combine her industrial inventions with magical gems, and she created these constructs that at first we were all incredibly excited about, because that meant that we were going to have more protection in our town, and more reliable protection, something that couldn't be corrupted. And so, due to this excitement, we had volunteers from the town come together and help her build more, until we had a regimen of them. And then that's when her hatred became a poison that affected her mind. She declared martial law on the town of Lake Peak, and those constructs that she has created, those stone and metal men, they roam the streets and enforce a very strict curfew, and also there's been this sort of witch hunt, pardon the phrase, and he looks at you, Ava, and then says, for anyone involved in the Emerald Union or in magic in general, and they've been interrogated, and some of them haven't been seen since, and it's gone too far, and we need your help to stop her.
I think we can do that, right?
Yeah, we can handle that.
We've been putting up a small resistance. We've been able to take out some ourselves. It's just the four of us here. Me, Lucius, your sister after she joined us, and Ben as well. Ben he's been with us ever since everything that happened, but he didn't have his memories for the longest time until a few days ago, when by some divine miracle he gained them back. And the four of us have been trying to figure out a plan, a way to stop her.
I think the longer that we can keep her in the dark about us being here, the better chance we're gonna have.
Exactly, yes, which is why we had you come here to this, we're about a mile outside of the city. And we knew if you were to teleport directly into the middle of everything, she would either capture you or convince you that what she was doing was the right thing.
Can I roll something to see if I recall if I ever expressed my hatred of magic to Fiona?
I would say especially when because she was there when you attacked what the fuck was his name? William Dreifer.
Yeah.
She was there when you attacked him, and she saw your hatred for magic users for sure.
Yeah. I look to the group, kind of semi keeping my back to Ray, and I look at everybody and say,
Petty.
well, yeah.
If there is anything, Elbern is.
He's right in front of you, and he does do this and hits you right in the face with his hair. He looks at everybody and says, well, there is a way to at least get someone into her midst where it might be believable that I can get an inside look, since she knows how much I hate magic and doesn't know our exploits. I can show up very easily and just get in so we know exactly what we're dealing with. Maybe I can get into her good graces and we can end this with as little bloodshed as possible.
It's not a bad idea.
Maybe we could have someone go with Elburn.
Absolutely not. All of you like magic.
Laszlo doesn't use any magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she doesn't know you, does she?
No, I'm
Also
a
go
nice
as
guy.
a
She doesn't know
child
me either.
meant you.
Yeah, she doesn't know
Probably
Ray
wouldn't.
either.
Man, we got options, I think.
And can we have these people keep their magic in check and maybe not use them on anybody for a little while?
I
Can you
can.
keep
you talk
your
to them
pistols in
directly?
check?
And by who these people, what do you mean? Me?
Georgia kind of looks at you, Atticus, and just kind of just to you, goes what is going on here?
There's a lot of interpersonal drama and conflict that we've been dealing with. It's kind of bubble into a surface.
Last time I saw you guys were all good friends.
we all hate each other now, but we're all bound by these
We're
like,
more like a
gods and can't
family.
get rid of each other.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh my god.
Wow. Sucks.
If this is gonna work then, and this plan is gonna be the plan, and I'll turn to Elburn, and like look at the rest of the group, and kind of turn my back to them, and separate Elburn from them, and kind of create a barrier, and just look at him in the eye and say, I am really sorry. I know you don't have to forgive me, and I knew exactly what I was doing. And it was a moment of frustration at the feeling that you weren't willing to sacrifice as much as us. But I'm really sorry. And
Was it
if we are
really
good,
sacrifice, or didn't want to weaken ourselves before we fight the greatest threat we've ever faced in our lives.
I
Perhaps
said I
I'm
was
sacrificing.
perceiving that you didn't want to sacrifice.
Mhm.
And so I made a call. Turns out it was the wrong call. You don't have to forgive me, but if we're going to work together, you just need to know that I am sorry. And I'll turn to the rest of the group.
Oh, well, looks like I'm third wheeling you two. Let's get on the road.
I do.
I'm gonna
I do
I'm
look
gonna
at
give Gidget to Ray.
Okay.
I look at Laszlo and go, so your mask that you're wearing.
My super cool mask that gives me wings. Yeah. What about it?
So you can't wear that if we're around Fiona.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I still got
You don't-
rocket boots.
You don't think they're
Rocket
gonna
boots are
look
fine.
for magic items on you if you say that you hate magic to try to get in good graces with her?
The likelihood of her destroying this thing and perhaps worsening the curse that's on them.
Not
because-
destroying it, but if you guys try to be like, "Hey, I hate magic," but then you guys are carrying a bunch of magic with you, that might seem a little suspicious.
I mean, we don't have to.
That's
Between the
what-
three
so-
of us, we have non-magic
Yeah, you could just leave it here.
things.
If you leave it with someone here, yeah, but do they take the curse if they just have it?
No.
Or do they just, okay, great.
No, that was something you guys figured out last session, is that once the
That's right.
curse has been given, the item can be transferred, and also now that the crates have been destroyed, the curses can no longer be transferred.
Yeah.
That's right. Well,
What the
yeah, you're gonna have to leave it here. Anybody else have super magic things on them?
I strip
coming.
off my plate mail.
Yep. And take off your mask. I think that's it
Yep.
though. I think it's just those two things.
Yeah, I do have a ring of dragon breath, but I'm gonna keep that on.
Yeah, it's just a ring.
Yeah,
I can
just-
technically only take my hand axe because my longbow, the oath bow, and the quarterstaff are all imbued.
Can I do two things? I have a question and then I'm gonna ask something. Can I investigate the ring?
Those
to
are the same
see
thing.
If
Two
it,
questions.
I have a question and then I'm gonna ask something.
I just realized it as I started talking. I'm looking at my sheet. One, is a longbow +1 technically magical enough to be considered magical?
Yeah, anything that is magical will have arcane runes on it that can be found.
Great, and a longbow +1 is magical, yes?
Yes.
Great, I take that and I give it to somebody. And also, can I investigate Laszlo's ring to see if it looks anything remotely magical?
It doesn't, as long as he's wearing it, but the arcane runes are on the inside of it. So if for some reason you expect them to take off his ring and check the inside of it, that could be a problem.
Or quick
Laszlo?
detect magic.
You
Yes.
might
Well,
Or
they
a
don't
quick
have
detect magic. But yeah, a magic, you would most likely
Yeah.
would have a magic user doing that.
All right, I'll give the ring away.
It's just temporary.
Healthy.
It's just temporary.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Can I use that mask? If you're not gonna take it with you?
Yes, of course. Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
Anybody want
I can hold
my?
on to your ring, and I promise I won't eat it.
Yeah, sure. You can have the ring. It lets you breathe fire, which is pretty cool. Kind of like a dragon.
Sick.
Yeah.
Does any of-
Yeah, sick. Super cool.
Three of you are
Atticus,
gonna be. Yeah. Go for it.
here, and I give you the longbow, since both my pistols are no wait, just one pistol's unenchanted, right?
Even the one that is enchanted is technically not magical.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'll hold on to those.
With the way that we've narratively described Laszlo's items, they are not magical.
That would mean that Ray's quarterstaff is not magical either.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Oh.
Ray, your quarterstaff is not magical.
Okay, so I have quarterstaff. I will
Nice.
have to give away my Eyes of the Eagle mask as well for perception. So
Yeah.
I would love to give that to Kelfie.
Well,
Well, if the three of you are doing this, what is the rest of us going to do? Because I don't want to just wait around here.
Yeah, and I would
for
also
you
like to
guys.
decide what is specifically is going to happen before you just
Exactly.
leave. And
Yeah.
Well, we can get into there with Fiona, and if there's any way that we can communicate without her knowing, if there's any sort of mechanical means of detecting magic, that's going to be a problem. But
I mean, I'm sending Gidget with you, which means that I can keep an eye on things. So if we want to make some sort of code for when you want us to join or something like that, I can make sure I'm paying attention.
Meister Francile, is there a mechanical way of detecting anything remotely magical?
I would
that
say
she has?
I would say other than her own eyes perceiving, no.
I could always just be a cat and come and sneak in and receive a message and take it back to everybody else.
We do have a way of getting the rest of us who do have our magic items and magic abilities or who are known by her into the town. The unfortunate thing is that we don't have a boat.
I got a boat. I got a boat. It's here in Lake Peak. Are you kidding me? I have a boat.
How
We
convenient!
get to use the boat.
You have a... Oh, wow, that is so convenient. You have a boat.
Whose pocket is the boat in? Who has the boat?
You technically have two boats. You have one
Yeah, we
tied
have
up at
two
the
boats.
docks at Lake Peak.
Oh,
Oh
then
yeah,
another
we
boat.
bought that boat. Great
Can I-
purchase.
I was thinking of the
Can a
boat.
boat get
Forgot the-
towed or something if we haven't been making the payments though?
If you
I
have
made
one...
payments. I paid ahead. I thought about this.
But how far ahead? It's been like a long
He
time.
literally paid for like half a year ahead of time
Oh,
or something
okay,
like that. Yeah. He says, yes, well, that's the reason that we haven't had any boats, is that the ones on the dock are, well, one, patrolled, and two, all under lock and key. So we could either use this other boat that's not at the docks, or we could use the one that's at the docks. But basically, there's a tunnel. Because if you guys remember the way that Lake Peak is set up, the town itself is on top of a cliff, that then there's a series of like elevators and long staircases that go down to where the docks are at the lake. And what he describes to you is that there is a tunnel near the docks that goes like into the actual underground of Lake Peak. And then there is a very long spiral staircase that takes you all the way up to the sewers underneath Lake Peak.
Wait, you guys are going in a tunnel? That's not fair.
Laszlo, if you don't want to give up your magical things, you can keep them, and Dre and I will just go.
I want to be with you two. I think that's the best place for me to be.
I think so
Right.
too.
I agree.
They need a buffer.
That's fine. Just again, if you want to go in the tunnel, you seem very excited about the tunnel.
I do like tunnels.
It seems like you're even manifesting it. It seems like it's like all around you.
It seems like it's directly behind you.
It's your call, Laszlo.
I'll go into the town with Ray and Elburn. I don't need my magical items.
You're right. You have your fantastic boots, and I'm sure that'll be a good talking point for when we are trying to get in Fiona's good graces.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
So,
I like them. I guess.
What is the like goal of being in Fiona's good graces then? Just to like get her to stop?
Yeah.
Or
I get close enough to kill her.
Oh,
Mm, I don't-
Oh, I thought
killing
we were
Fiona?
just gonna take
We
back
can
the
talk to her.
town.
We
I
can
mean-
talk to her, but if she's too far gone,
I feel
that's it.
incapacitating her is also a possibility.
maybe not.
Fine.
We can
fine,
start
fine.
there. Yeah.
However, I will say Elrond is not entirely off base. If she's simply incapacitated, her constructs will still go by her will. She has a device on her that we, or I'm assuming that we can use to control these objects. But if she's just killed, then her will no longer is enforced on the gems, on the constructs, and they just fall unused.
So
Well,
it's an
maybe we
option.
could
Kill Fiona.
convince her to stop the constructs. I don't know. We had a lot of bloodshed.
Yeah, I
on
feel
our
like just like straight up killing her is a lot.
We'll talk to her.
One versus the entire town of Lake Peak. I'm willing to take that if that's the option we have.
Well, we know you are.
Yeah, I mean, Elver and they're right. We should try to talk first. I
Yeah,
don't think
And
that-
I'm the mean one.
Literally
Nobody
one
said
person.
you were the mean one, Atticus.
No, they did. Yeah.
Willem
Willem did.
did.
Willem and Laszlo thought that Atticus was the mean one.
Yeah.
I thought they were getting them confused,
Oh,
and that was
Regardless, we're
they
getting
they
close enough
were,
to do
but they
something.
still thought
Yeah.
Atticus was the mean
Okay.
one.
And
I'll
I
never
did
forget
not
that.
stop them from believing that.
Don't stop.
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll talk to Fiona, no problem. I gotta wait with words.
Okay, so let's say that you're not capable of doing so. You would have, and you don't have magical items, and you're therefore then captured. What do the rest of us do?
Come in through that tunnel. I mean, we
Yes,
can
no,
also-
well, I think we should do that anyway. But I'm saying,
Sure.
should we then? Because then we have a rescue mission on our hands as well.
I do have a cannon,
What?
so it's in my pocket.
Weird.
I mean, could we just like, if you're getting close to Fiona, figure out where she is on a day-to-day basis and when the best time would be, or like ask her to come meet you guys somewhere, and then like ambush situation
Yeah.
You
to
can just
get
tell
the
us what
device
room
thingy
you're
from
at.
her.
So
yeah.
we can kind of kick down the
Perfect,
door
yeah.
or something.
Not a bad idea.
I'll be
Maybe
able to fly 60 feet soon. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Sam and I can just fly up there and not have to
Is
sneak
she
and
is
do
she
literal
held up
eyes in the
the-
sky.
is she held up in the mayoral office or her own workshop?
She's in the mayoral office. Yeah.
Okay. What do we was that a what do we remember from that?
It was the.
I know the
we were in there.
round room.
Yeah,
with the
it was the
secret
Abbott
thing.
estate.
Yeah.
It was the Abbott estate, and it was like
Fucking
under.
yeah, Abbott.
It was under a gate. It was through a gate that led to a courtyard that was heavily guarded. That then led to a pair of double doors, which were the actual manor. That then opened to a foyer, and then his office was off to the right.
If there's like is there like a sewer system underneath the city? That's where we're going in. Kinda?
Yeah, the people who are going through the tunnel are going to access the sewer system. Yeah.
It's a sewer system too.
Is it possible to get like underneath the house and we can go
Yes.
up into the house? So why
Not
don't we just
into
do that?
the
We can avoid.
I don't know if it's. I mean, we could go into the house if you have some means of breaking through ground, but sewer doesn't just
Look at
open up
Kelsey.
into the house. We would
Come
have
up
to
through
open
the
up.
toilet.
We'd have to go through the streets. I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, I can
Hey,
do
would you
that.
be
I
able-
can be a little fish and bloop, bloop, my way up.
Well, would you be able to like pound through the ground? I don't know if you can maybe. I don't know if you can mold the earth or something. I don't know what.
Not as a
skills you got.
fish, but
Well, yeah.
Why don't we establish if there's any defensive measures when we get there and have two plans? We have the plan of getting in stealthily, or we have the plan of just going haywire and getting in.
We could
Because
use
we know-
dynamite to blow a hole. We can go through the sewer, use dynamite to blow a hole, all without Laszlo.
if the sewer
Aw.
comes into her office or into a area near it, then I can just pop in.
Was
To
there
the
a
actual
sink
building?
or a toilet in the mayoral office? Do we remember?
Do we have
That's a
plumbing
weird
here?
question.
There
Here's
was
some
not.
blueprints.
There was not.
If only we had a demolition section.
But also, a
I'm
sink or a
trembling.
toilet would be way too small of a pipe for anybody, and you would have to be a fish swimming up against a current, which I don't know if that would be able to happen.
Nemo could do
So-
it, so.
Nemo went down a toilet. I don't know if Nemo went up a toilet. But you guys can. The sewer can lead to the street right outside the manor, or you can break ground and go up into the actual manor.
I think we try to blow a hole underneath it. That
I
just
mean,
sounds fun.
maybe not blow a hole, but I can move earth stuff.
Yeah,
Like I
And
can do it
Kelpie
much
could.
more quietly.
You could. What would have to happen, because some of it is the sewers are man-made stone and the top
Yeah.
and the floor is man-made stone, so you would have to use something else or just sheer strength to break through the like half a foot of man-made stone. Then Kelpie could mold the earth for like the probably 5 feet that it is, and then another half a foot of man-made stone would have to be punched through.
I mean, give me a pickaxe.
think-
I can get
Yeah.
that, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if we get as close as we can with the bow, and then I'll keep an eye via Gidget, and if we think we can get through via just like the street, we'll do that. If we think we need to be a little more aggressive, we can do that.
Do you happen to have any pickaxes, Meister Francil? Or
Yes, no, we do. We got just a pack of basically adventuring gear when we left the town, so we do have a pickaxe.
Georgia, you're
Pickaxe.
a member of this team. Do you have anything that can, any gadgets or anything that could help us out?
My stuff is more to hurt somebody or make them unconscious.
I like you.
It can also be an earth elemental, and I can do some real good damage to objects and structures.
Yeah.
True. I'd like to see you try.
You won't
One
even see
more
me
quick
coming.
question for everyone.
The alert feet.
Can you?
Okay, cool. That's
What's
that's
a
dope.
feat?
That's dope.
What's a feat?
I have the
don't know
mobile
what's
feet
going on
anyway.
Do any of you have any distinctive articles? I say any of you, my party members. Like I don't know you. You guys have one item that you'd be willing to give up, because I think if we walk into that city, she might want proof that we're no longer party members. That I'm no longer
I'll take
party
my hat.
member.
So your story would be that you killed all of them?
Yes,
Oh,
and that's
not a bad
pretty,
story.
Wow.
okay.
pretty.
People would
Give her-
believe that.
Give her the
You could
curse of the
just-
statue.
They would definitely believe that.
You could just say you left and found the other two she hasn't met yet.
Nah,
That seems much more likely that you just were fed up with us and left.
she,
Well-
she met me at not a great time, and I was.
I will say, although she has has not become a tyrant or a serial killer. You know, what she says she is doing is for the protection of the town. She doesn't just. I mean, we don't know what's happening with those who are interrogated. What I'm trying to get to is I don't know if painting yourself to be a murderer is going to get in her good graces.
Yeah, all right.
Painting yourself to be of like mind, I feel would be very good with Fiona.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it out loud so everybody knows that I can make 3 people fly for a speed of 60 feet.
That's pretty
That
dope.
could be very useful once we get in there.
Sky's very good at what they do. Honestly, we're very lucky to have them.
Yeah, it seems like it.
They came to me when they were a little bit troubled. They might have made a deal with a devil. It's fine. We're working on it.
I
But...
picked up on that.
If
Yeah.
you want any more rocks, just let me know.
You're not the only one who's.
But they have
I
it
can
under
smell the
control. They have it
feed
under
on
control.
you.
They're still good. They're a good person.
You should talk to Rev.
Atticus.
Yeah, Rev, forget Thalia. Here.
Okay, they're like 17, and Rev's like older now.
Yeah. Also, that's why are we projecting that? I don't.
Sorry, I forgot. Pretend I didn't say anything. I legitimately forgot that they said.
We
Sorry.
go somewhere in.
I'm gonna go die in a ditch. Ray can't get her shit together. Let's fucking just do that. Come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
So we'll go. I think it would behoove you, the rest of you, to try and come through a normal means, so as not to cause too much of a distraction, and then
Breaking through the floor with a hit pickaxe.
and we'll do that if push to shove. If
Plan
that's
B.
a horrible thing.
Yeah.
For me, it's plan A. Sounds really
That's
fun.
Plan B.
I'll
Plan
pick up
B.
a pickaxe.
Hey, Atticus.
Yeah.
Can you say hi to the voice inside of the mask for me? Tell him I said hi.
I forgot about the voices, if I'm being honest.
It's cool.
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Hey, it's a cool
I'll
guy.
tell
Yeah,
him
right
you
about
said
now
hello.
when you get attuned to the item, you're like, oh, you'll never forget about me.
This is what the voice sounds like? This
I'm
is
the
talking to you last
Paragon.
time? You said
Pretty dope, right?
You said this was a good thing?
Yeah, he's cool as hell.
I cannot wait to give this back to you.
I'm so excited to make you fly. I'll make wings
Not
come out of your
listening.
back.
Isn't he just
I'm
a
not
cool
listening.
guy?
Anyway.
Should we leave now? Do we need to sleep first? Leave in the morning?
What's
So you can-
what's
I
the
mean,
plan
it-
exactly though? Like, did we? I feel like we had ideas, but
Plan
Yeah,
A.
solid plan.
Plan A is Ray, Laszlo, and myself going into town and trying to get in her good graces and get close to her into her office, try to persuade her. If we can't do that, we'll incapacitate her. If we can't do that, we kill her. And in that case, we bring you in. You come in through wherever you can get to. That'll be more on y'all's prerogative rather than us, because that's what we're trying to do. But Plan A is for us to get into her good graces and stop this with as little extra people involved as
Yeah.
possible.
okay.
Elbert,
Are we,
I
like,
want you to say
waiting
that
in
out
the
loud a couple
sewers?
more times.
I just did. I just did.
A couple more
Just-
times.
I just.
Could you do it
I
like give me
just-
one or two more times and with some meaning to it? With some.
So this is not helpful after what happened at the temple.
Hey, one more.
It's nothing to do with magic.
One more. So are we
I
waiting in the
start twitching
sewers while
super
you guys
hard.
are there, so we can like pop up, like real
Yep.
fast? Okay.
How far away are we ever going to be at any given time? Because we can keep the brain trust going up to a mile, and I know, Elbern, you've been waiting to be.
I think
You
when
would wait to
we're,
be-
I think when we are at
Laszlo's
our,
already in.
I think when we are at our furthest distance, we might get out of that, but it won't last for long. Once we enter the tunnel, we would be within a mile of anywhere above.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, we can set that up then.
Good.
Cool.
Then I think Laszlo, Ray, and I can go now, just so we can have as long a time to.
We should all probably, yes, we should probably leave at the same time. By the time you would reach the Abbot estate, we would probably reach the tunnel, or at least the staircase leading up to the sewers.
Does anybody need
I
to rest?
give-
I think
wait. I give my
I
bracers
don't
of
know about
forearms.
spell wise.
I take my bracers of forearms, which are definitely magical, and give them to
I could
somebody.
use a
Thank
little
God.
rest.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe we'll
no,
take
we-
an 8-hour rest, real quick.
Was a quick 8 hours.
Quick solid 8.
Or we could go now.
I haven't seen my
No,
sister
wait,
in a long
until
time.
tomorrow.
I don't need to
spend a
rest.
little time
It's,
with
Yeah,
I
I would
just
love
wanted to
to-
describe the situation. I don't think she's really, I don't think 8 hours is going to make much of a difference in the situation
Yeah.
if all of you need to rest.
I would love to talk to Ben more.
Yeah, I feel like some reunions and things need to happen and things need to be discussed. I kind of look at Avra. So maybe tomorrow morning, as much as I don't want to like wait, but
First
I think
light?
yeah.
That sounds-
I'll start taking out
Unfortunately-
my primo rations that I bought.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have. We'll just all have to kind of crowd together in here. It's
Yes.
not the greatest. So.
Fine.
And we don't have any pajamas, so.
We're all going to have
Sleep
to
in the
sleep
nude.
All right. Well,
Is it
please,
America?
make yourselves at home, Atticus. I would love. I'm hungry myself. If I could partake.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's plenty for everybody. I think about
Uh,
like a week's worth. We've
Yeah,
almost, like, a-
Atticus brings out his primo rations that he bought, just like all brand name.
What
very-
brands?
The good ones. Very, very fresh.
Kirkland.
It's,
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
it's great, guys. It's good stuff.
Are we?
Yeah.
Food.
I can't remember. We're not like in the tiger paw jungle-ish area, right? Like
No,
we're just
the
outside of the
tiger-
city, but not in the jungle.
Yes, you're outside the
Okay.
city, but not in the jungle. The jungle was like almost a whole day away from Lake Peak.
Been craving those nuts and berries, but I'll
Yeah.
wait.
I know.
I think tonight's a reason to celebrate. I mean, we have long lost family members coming back.
Yeah.
I think that we should all live it up tonight. 'Cause who knows? We might all die tomorrow. So let's live it up.
I feel like we've said this before. This feels like
And
deja
it's-
vu.
Well, and this is Georgia speaking. I don't mean to, just kind of like put myself in the group or anything, but Atticus told me about that one time that you guys played Odyssey or Compelled Action, and I think that would be a lot
Do
of
it.
fun.
Let's do it. We have a bunch of new people to get to know. Let's do it.
I'll go on record and say this is a terrible idea.
I've never
Heard.
played. I want to
Heard.
play.
Yeah,
I don't-
let's do it.
Laszlo, you haven't played yet? Wow.
I don't think so. I
Wow.
mean, it's hard to know for sure, but I don't think I have.
It's hard to know for sure. Laszlo, we haven't discovered this, but Laszlo only remembers a couple months at a time. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like,
That actually might be a kobold trait. I need to look at it.
All right, well, who starts? Elburn, you think it's a bad idea, so we should just get you out of the way.
yeah. Do it.
Elburn.
I like lean over to Georgia and I say, ask him honesty or compelled action.
Elburn, honesty or compelled action?
Honesty.
Oh, okay. What do I want to know about you? Oh gosh, I don't know. She looks at you, Atticus.
Whatever's in your heart. Whatever he can't lie. So
Okay. Are you single?
I'm just gonna glare at Elle. Because she's like 11 years old.
Is she?
No, I thought she was like. I thought Georgia was like 16.
Oh no, she's like a kid. Yep. Well, if we wanted to make her a little older, but she was like.
I thought Georgia was like 16. That's the whole reason I did this. Oh
That's
gosh.
fine. She could be 16. I
Are
thought
you-
she was younger.
My bad.
In my
yeah,
head, she
I've
was
been-
younger.
Well,
She's grown up a lot recently.
Yeah, she's grown up quite a bit.
She had a quick trip to the Feywild.
Yeah.
So
We'll put it in the middle. She's 14. We'll compromise.
That shouldn't really change the answer, though.
No, definitely not.
No, none of those answers should have changed your answer.
I look at her and go, no, I am not single.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious.
Ooh. I wish there was follow-up questions in this game.
There are not.
I literally look at Georgia and I look at Elvern and then I look at everybody else and then I look at Elvern and then I look at everybody else.
I'll get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
I go, just real quick side question. How old are you, Georgia?
I'm 14 and I kick ass.
I look over at Ray and like without saying anything, I communicate. I'm not gonna even come remotely close to saying I'm anywhere available for a 14-year-old. I just look
Gross,
over
man.
and that is conveyed in this look.
Yeah.
I'm mostly just shocked that he said that I was dead to him, and yet even though like I still perceive that he doesn't want to tell Georgia that he's single, I
Yeah.
never thought he would claim to
yeah.
be.
No, it's still a moment of learning.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
All right, Elburn, your turn.
Laszlo,
Yep.
honesty or compelled action?
Compelled action.
Knew it. Knew that would be the one.
This is hard because I know you're gonna do something real stupid if I tell you.
Yeah, it's a part of the game. So this is on you.
I dare you to not sleep in a hole tonight. I dare you specifically to sleep on a sleeping roll in this room with us.
You can sleep in the bubble.
No. As long as when we're in here, you sleep on a sleeping roll and not in a hole.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Laszlo, your turn.
Tiny. Honesty or compelled action?
I guess Tiny can speak. I forget.
He can
Tiny's...
speak Draconic.
Yeah, I know. I forget Tiny's voice. I forget this every time. So it's just new every time.
Yep.
Tiny looks over at you. What?
I'm gonna say I'm just gonna pick honesty for you.
Okay.
Do you have feelings for me?
Yeah, you're nice. I think you're nice. I'm your friend.
Oh, Tiny is like Doug from.
It's a bad
I have
night
happy
for
feel- I have
Laszlo.
happy
Yeah,
feelings.
Laszlo's having a bad time.
Poor
I'm happy-
Laszlo can't sleep in his whole friend zoned.
I do have feelings for you. I have happy feelings for you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have happy feelings for you too.
Good.
I'll hand him a bottle of. Hand Laszlo a bottle of butt water.
Thank you. I eat a couple rocks and down it with butt water.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Also, to us, literally, that was just like.
Yeah.
I speak Draconic.
I think a lot of you
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
22.
22. Yeah, easily enough. There's a little bit of burp of flame, but with that ring, but
I just look over at when he asks that, and I just look at him and just.
I don't need that from you, Albert.
Tiny
Sorry.
looks over at Ray.
Oh yeah, you
Mom.
know I speak Draconic.
Mom.
Yeah.
Honesty or compelled action?
Well, we already know everything about each other, so compelled action.
Ooh. Um. What would a pet drake compel their master to do in a game of truth or dare?
I mean,
Things that I gotta think
Things.
about.
Yeah.
I
Um,
definitely think Tiny wants a ride for once.
Or some
um,
treats.
Oh my god.
Fly,
I
Mom.
dare you to give me a cow.
Give you a cow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard they're good.
And Oh, like for you to eat?
Yeah?
I was literally just about to like turn into a cow. Uh-oh. And Tiny probably would beat me. Okay. And I'll be right back, you guys. And I'll just run off
Do you leave? Do you walk
somewhere.
away?
I'm gonna try
cow?
to track a cow. I will for Tiny. I love him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll track a cow or something.
Okay, yeah, for sure. We'll
Similar.
get back to you. We'll get back to you, Ray.
Cool. Bye.
But Ray, you have to pass on your turn before you
um,
leave, or at least just do your next turn.
Okay. I'll go get you a cow. Kelfie, honesty or compelled action?
Honesty.
I wish you picked compelled action.
What does she say?
Kelfie, what happened to you in the crate back there?
What do
How-
you
how's-
mean?
How's things going?
What do you
I mean, like, I don't have this, and I'm a night person now.
Uh-huh.
Avra's hair is clearly not blue. Grayskin's a daddy now. What? No offense. guess. You look great.
Are you asking me what my sacrifice was?
Yes.
We didn't put up the cone of truth, did we?
Nope,
No one actually did that?
nope. But if you lie, you will have to roll a deception check.
Sure. Which Kelvy would be so good at. Um,
And you'd have quite a few insights coming at you.
yeah. Okay, well, so here's the thing, everyone.
Sweating.
So when I died, because I wasn't supposed to come back, it was on a certain term with the Great
Ben's
Ones.
jaws just like down.
I like pat him.
So because I wasn't supposed to come back, but I was still brought back, and I was willing to come back, and then since Avery kind of talked to them a little bit, They were okay with me coming back, but I was only allowed to be back for a year. So as of that time, I had a year to live.
That's so few time. That's not enough time.
Doesn't seem fair.
It seems like a lot of time when you think about it, because
It's not.
Oh.
my after I put my hand in the chest, I have 40 days to live.
That's specific.
It's a month.
A
In this
month.
world, that's a month.
Oh.
A month. I have I have a month now.
Cool.
So Rev,
It's
honestly,
your
or
turn
compelled
now.
action.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
gonna
no,
go
wait,
find this
no.
cow. Bye. And I leave immediately.
Ray leaves, fighting back tears.
This,
Yeah,
This game.
I'm throwing up.
This game. Stop.
Yeah,
Being fun.
George is like, does this usually happen?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually.
I raised my hand.
He was
briefly.
right. God damn it, he was right.
I look at everyone in the eye and just like, just saying, we should probably rest up before the, getting
It's
Sorry,
not
guys.
fair that Kelfie doesn't get to ask anybody. It's a problem that will be solved. We're not just gonna. I mean, we can all agree we're not just gonna let that happen. Just gonna look around the room. Just all agree we're gonna do something about it.
Have you tried to go against the will of the gods? Because I have.
I mean, apparently I did, and I brought it back.
You can hide
Well,
out in my
she
hole on the 40th
decided to
day.
come back. But
Yeah, it was more on me because I wasn't
Right.
supposed. I
still doesn't
yeah,
seem fair, though.
Does God not see into your hole, Laszlo?
My hole is godless.
Laszlo's godless hole.
Unholy.
The light
hole,
does not
if you
touch
will.
in a single part of my hole.
Unholy hole.
Does anything touch your godless hole?
I
Um,
have to.
we were
write
all
all
in it.
this down.
Yeah, you guys were.
We were
in it.
all in there once.
True.
I blow it out a couple times.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
I meant up. I blew it up.
I'm gonna probably call it a night early. I'm gonna find a corner and I'm gonna read
Wait, Ava,
as much of my journals as I can.
Ava, can I talk to you?
Oh no.
This is Ben.
Yeah.
Are you Ben?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great.
Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now, and I'm just where I am. I just curl up and I just lay down.
This
I'm
game
gonna
is
take a
ruined.
nap. I'm gonna
gonna
take a nap
right
right
here.
here.
Not to brag or anything, I don't have to rest. So I'll be over here doing some light activity.
Georgia,
Night activity.
Georgia asks to just kind of talk to you about everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
I crawl into a sleeping bag. Oh God. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Avra. Ben kind of pulls you aside away from everybody. And he says, "It's so good to see you."
You
I know.
too,
I'm sorry. My face. I'm sure it's really hard to look at.
No, it's not that. It's not. Look, I know that I know you, but I know that you lost your memory and you got it back, and I think maybe about the time you got your memory back, I lost my memory of you.
That seems cruel. Are you joking?
Wish.
You don't remember me?
I mean, I know that there's something missing, and I know.
So
I
all of our
read
time,
back in
all of
my
our time
journals,
at
and I.
Alchemy, the Tiger Paw meeting Pharaoh and Kelpie. You don't remember any of that? And you remember meeting Pharaoh and Kelpie. You just don't remember Ben being there.
Just like there's a hole in those memories.
Why me though? I mean, I'm just some guy that you know. I mean, why me?
I'm gonna get out a journal that is like the journal that I kept that like has the most like honesty about him,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna hand it to him.
Okay.
Let's talk again in the morning.
Am I supposed? Should I read this? Oh, okay. Yeah. I hope this isn't weird to ask. I know you don't remember me, but I definitely remember you, and I'd love a hug if that's. It's so good to see you, but I don't want to scare you.
Yeah, of course.
And he embraces you, and then, kind of like touches your hair. I don't like this.
What?
I liked it better before.
Honestly, me too.
I hope you sleep well.
And then we're awkwardly like 3 feet away from each other.
Yep,
in
and
this
he just
tiny
kind of like,
cabin.
yeah, it's like a sleepover when people confess their feelings for each other. But it doesn't go well. Yeah.
That didn't happen at my sleep. Oh.
Well, lame. Didn't have a fun life. So just kidding. Ray, as you leave this cabin, make a survival check for me.
Okay.
Uh, 13. I'm distraught.
You roam the nearby roads and like fields for about an hour. Don't find any tracks or any signs of like livestock. You can keep going if you want.
I'll probably just lay down in this field and cry.
Okay. That makes sense.
Really just loud.
Yeah, letting it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's back, but his face is scarred. My sister has a month to live.
Yeah. It's a lot.
My perceived man friend, I'm dead to him. Everything's falling apart.
Make a wisdom saving throw. Basically, is what it is, but it's just your wisdom plus your proficiency. So it's not actually a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom plus proficiency.
Yeah, which is a wisdom saving throw basically, but that's not what it is.
3. I can't do math this well.
No worries.
21.
21. With the 21, as you're kind of just sitting there sobbing, you hear the sound of rushing water in the back of your mind.
And now I have to pee.
And now you have to pee. No. And then over the top of that rushing water, you hear very familiar.
Don't do this to me.
And you don't
I'll
see
legit
anything.
cry.
You don't see anything, but as if he was standing directly behind you, you hear the voice of Pharaoh Ganondel. Oh, hey, what's up? What's wrong?
Not now, Pharaoh. Everything's bad.
Oh, no, that can't be true. I'm sure it's good, actually.
I wish that I could believe that.
What is it? Talk to me.
It's just so much. There's
Yeah.
so much, and it just never stops, and I never feel like anything is fixed or better, and everybody's suffering, and it's hard, and
Well, yeah. Life can suck.
And
I'm
boy,
dead.
does it. Yeah, and that's the worst of it because
Yeah.
you're the only one who ever really knew how to handle this part of it.
That's not true at all.
Well, that's what it felt like, I guess.
Well, let me ask you a question, Ray. Are you gonna give up? Are you just gonna let it be sad forever? I mean, I know it's hard, and I know it's much easier said than done, but you have two options. You can either just be sad and die sad, or you can do something about it, no matter how hard it is. Because, I don't know if you know this, but you're Ray Dusor. And you were picked. You are sad, but you have a brother again. You're sad, but you have a new sister. And I know that he's burned, and I know that the gods are mean to Kelpie, but I don't know. You guys have done bigger stuff. You guys have talked your way out of situations, talked your way into other situations. I don't know. I understand that right now it feels like it all sucks. But look at all of it put together. It's pretty cool. You guys reunited a father and son that had been cursed for centuries. You saved thousands of lives from further death and harm at the hand of 4 dragons. An evil demon that was killed and brought back to life couldn't bring you down. I mean, it's crazy what you guys have done. So, I don't know, just like, keep it up. Because there's really no other option.
I guess you're right.
So, yeah, just have some wafers.
I was just about to ask if you had any. Could really use some.
Check your bag.
I immediately like go into my
You
little
see,
satchel.
you see a good number of communion wafers in your bag.
Oh, fuck yeah. Now they're gonna believe
you
me.
turn around and you don't see anybody, and you feel the fading presence of Pharaoh as the sound of rushing water exits your mind.
I'm gonna go back then towards the camp
Mm-hmm.
and find if Tiny's still hanging around, and I'll
There you are. Where have you been?
well, I was looking for the cow.
Why?
Because you wanted a cow.
I did?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
okay.
remember.
That's fine. I figured you wouldn't, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. I'm a woman of my word.
I don't like principles.
No, I don't either.
They stop you from doing fun stuff.
I do have something cool though,
What?
and I'll pull out a wafer. You like,
No. I hated that you guys like that stuff. No.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's the memories.
You guys have
And
any
I'll
goo left?
eat one. No, sorry,
Oh,
bud.
okay.
And I'll like scratch him.
I kind of gotta go now, Mom.
Yeah, have a good night. See you.
Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. hopefully.
So I guess you can't call on me when you're going into the town, huh?
No, but I'll be in touch.
Okay. Love you.
Mwah.
Good night, Tiny.
Oh, yeah, but bye, Lancelot!
Oh.
Bye.
And, does anybody else do anything before sleep takes you in the evening? Atticus?
Yeah, definitely wanted to talk with Georgia, catch
Yeah.
up with her.
For sure.
But first, I did want to. We're in like a cabin.
Yeah. It's like literally like
I
a
wanted to
one-room
go-
cabin.
Go outside to get some dirt and just kind of dump it on Laszlo in his sleeping bag.
That's a very nice. That's nice. I know that
Thank
that
you.
seems maybe not nice, but that is a very nice thing that you just did.
Atticus, I'll never forget this.
Atticus, if
I
you
know,
don't have
buddy.
DM inspiration, you do have it now for dumping dirt on Laszlo. That was very sweet of you.
Then just catch up with Georgia. I know she had some stuff she wanted to tell me to help us, so we could try to figure out what that is.
Yeah. So you find out without talking about without going through the actual conversation.
Right.
You find out that Georgia's definitely in over her head a bit. She is much more capable than you thought she was. But she's a highly, or not even highly, a well-trained 14-year-old. So
Right.
like, yeah, okay, she can kick a little bit of ass. She can probably kick other 14-year-olds' ass, like, pretty well, But like, let's say if you were to put her skill between a 1 and a 20, like, she'd be like a 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So definitely a little in over her head, but so excited to be doing literally everything. Like, as soon like she tells you about like run-ins that she had with like thugs and bandits and this pack of dire wolves that she ran away from, and talks about how it was just like everything was so exciting and how capable she was and how she was able to take care of herself, but how also lonely she felt and guilty, a lot of guilt. She really like confides in you about how afraid she is to go back home because of what mom and dad will say. She also talks about how your grandfather has gotten kind of ill, but like just like naturally so.
He's just old.
And he's old, and
Yeah.
that they, especially with like you being busy with everything that was going on and her dad being gone and her mom mourning the dad being gone, like she just really connected with your grandfather and they had like a special relationship in that way. And so you, even though she doesn't say it, you kind of get that that's one of the other reasons that she left, is that she doesn't really want to face that. But she's so excited to see you. Everything that you talk about, she asks questions about. You embellish,
Very much.
for sure. But not a lot of embellishing has to happen because it's it's all pretty amazing stuff. Is there anything you want to know specific about like her time?
Oh, she said
or-
she had something that she said that she could help us with or something.
Yeah, so she shows. Well, she in her mind, her helping you is just being there with you and
Gotcha.
using these gadgets. So she has these retractable blades on her forearms. She basically has these 3 pellets that are basically a fog cloud spell, but they're just smoke bombs. She also has a hand crossbow that has armor piercing bolts, as well as like a grapple, like it can grapple.
Cool.
For about a length of like 20 feet. So those are her claims to fame, and then just some other just like random adventuring gear type stuff.
Could I have one of those pebbles that might come in handy when we're getting into it
Yeah,
tomorrow?
for sure. She hands you one. She says you just gotta press this button right here, and then it'll be able to break when you slam it on the ground.
Cool. You made this?
Yeah,
This is insane.
thank you.
I'm really proud.
Well-
This is amazing.
One time, I was at the fireplace, and there was like a bug on one of the old logs from the fire the night before, and I blew on it, and then when I blew on it, the ash went everywhere and like got all over my face and everything from the previous night's fire, and I was like, that would be cool if I could just like make something do that. And it's like that was kind of
Wow.
what happened. Yeah.
Wow. You're much smarter than I ever was or will
I
be.
know.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stronger though. All right. Well, I'm glad you're part of the team.
I am?
Yeah, of course. You've been helping out Meister Frank Seal. He's been talking you up. He said how helpful you were.
Yeah, well, to be honest, he hasn't really let me do much. He let me steal some things, and that's pretty much it. He let me steal a couple things from some guards.
Well, you keep on proving yourself, and I'm sure more opportunities will
Thanks.
open
Ben's
up.
been teaching me a lot. He doesn't remember
Yeah?
any. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't remember any of his magic, and so he's been really working on his fighting skills. And he discovered that he's pretty good at kind of like sneaking around. He's pretty agile.
Yeah, I don't know much about Ben. I've never met him before, but I've heard some stories about him. Seems like a good dude.
Yeah, it seems like from what you've told me about Ray that maybe he's finding some similarities between him and his older sister.
Yeah.
Well, you're a punk. Your mustache is needs cleaned, and the white streak in your hair is getting bigger and bigger every day.
Well, and then I'll just like chase her around.
Anything else that anyone wants to do before sleep takes you? Wonderful.
I go to sleep as quickly as possible.
Of course,
to avoid awkwardness.
So all of you, except for Sky, apparently, go to sleep, and you wake up the next day to the sound of birds chirping and water hitting the top of the cabin as it has begun to lightly rain. And that is where we will take a bio break and a little intermission. We will be right back after that. Make sure you stand up and stretch and get some water. And we will be here in a few minutes. Okay, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thank you, Kristen. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Welcome back from break. And welcome back to Charmed Persons. Hold on. Okay.
Would be hilarious if our characters went from saviors of Lake Peak to destroyers of Lake Peak by the end of the campaign. That'd be nice.
So you all wake up the next day, knowing the plans that you have enacted, all feeling well rested, except for Sky. And,
Oh, don't get me wrong. I feel very well rested.
okay, great. And yeah, that's it.
Before we leave the little trio that's going to do the reconnaissance or whatever, I would love to like just have a moment with Kelfie.
Early morning, you pull her aside.
Hey, so that got weird last night.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't think I thought that that's what you were gonna say, but
Yeah, I wanted to tell everyone eventually anyway. It was just
Yeah.
one of those like, when's a good time to say you have a limited time before you just die. So I guess it was a good thing that it had to come out like that, but
yeah, maybe I guess. Pharaoh hung out with me. I don't know what you would call it last night though, and he
That's
made me
good.
feel a little better. So
yeah, he's pretty good at that.
yeah, I just wanted, before we left this morning, I just wanted to a lot's happened. And I guess I just wanted to tell you that, and I never really have gotten to tell you this before, I guess, but I love you. And I'm really glad that I guess all the things that have happened to us. And I hope we can figure out a way to not let that part happen. But if it does, then I just wanted you to know that I am really grateful for you.
I love you, and I wouldn't have changed anything that I've done because I still got to meet you, and we still got this time. So yeah, it would have been nice to have more time, and if that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. But I still got to meet you, so I'm happy.
Just for my own self-preservation, I'm gonna just pretend like it's not happening, and I'm just gonna like live like
That
it's
makes
not
sense.
happening.
Yeah.
So do you want to like, I don't know, like hug and like turn into a cat with me or something? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd like that a lot.
cool.
As the two of you embrace, you feel the presence of a third person as Ben approaches the two of you, and he looks over at you, Kelpie, and he says, "So, the girl who can turn into a hyena is my sister."
I get
Cool.
turned into a lot more now.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I thought it was just the hyena.
No, I can turn into not like everything. I haven't been able to figure out like a really big shark or a really big whale,
Whoa.
but like I can fly now,
What?
and I can turn into a light
Yeah.
car, and I can turn into, I can turn into dinosaurs, which are pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
Have you heard of
'Cause I-
dinosaurs, Ben?
Yeah,
Dinosaurs.
I know what those are.
I was in the
Inside check.
Feywild.
What'd you say?
An inside check.
You don't have to. He's lying.
But yeah, I was in the Feywild for a while, which is why I'm a lot older now. And
Are you lying to me? That really
No.
happened?
Mhm.
I
Okay,
would-
Wow, crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's nuts.
yeah, and I wish. I mean, it was cool that I got to meet you, even when I met you, and I didn't know, of course, at the time that we shared a mom. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
obviously, from last night, things are pretty crazy with me. And
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. We're gonna figure that out. That's not gonna happen. I agree with Atticus. It's just simply not gonna happen. We don't even need to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
I've never loved him more. I like just hug him like.
He embraces you right back, and he looks
is
at
he taller than me?
He is, yes.
Okay, cool.
It's one of
Good.
those little brother situations. Yeah.
Well, because he left for a year. Like basically, I haven't seen him for like 4 years. 'cause
Oh
he
yeah,
would've
there
been
was
at
like
school,
I
right?
mean, he went through like probably the initial stages of like coming of
Mhm.
age with you, but like definitely
Yeah.
still had some growing to do after he left you.
He's a man.
Yeah. He looks over at you, Kelpie, and he says, "Listen," and he puts an arm around Ray. "In this family, we don't let people die."
No.
Seems like it. So
don't.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Obviously,
Cool.
I feel kind of bad, but yeah, it's a whole thing
Don't
with
feel
like
bad.
great ones and stuff. But I mean, anyway, it's not happening anyway. So
Exactly.
yeah, the denial's healthy.
Super healthy relationship.
Yeah. Denial is
Um,
everything.
Ben then kind of like excuses himself from you guys and goes up to you, Avra. And he's like, "Hey, read this.
Hey.
Honestly, first and foremost, this has got to be a lot for you to find out about yourself in a very strange way, let alone me."
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it was a lot for me to read and learn, so it felt a little easier for you to just read it than
Well,
for me
listen.
to-
I know that there's probably no way you've read as much as you've written. So, take this, and you and I can talk later, and just know that in the meantime, I'm glad I wasn't crazy, and I'm glad I wasn't the only one. And then he walks away.
Avery turns like red, Just instant.
I walk up to
Okay.
Georgia.
Hey,
Hey, good tinkering out there. You got an eye for a kid.
Hey, thanks. I couldn't help but notice your rocket boots. Did you actually make those?
Yeah, I did. I actually did.
Really?
Yep.
In a hole?
Yeah. Where else would you make rocket boots?
With a box of scraps.
Yeah.
Yep. Box of scraps. It's incredible what you can do if you put your mind to it.
Wow.
Now I can fly.
And so, what are you?
What do you mean? What am I? I'm a
kind
genius,
of rude,
playboy,
Georgia.
millionaire
You don't
philanthropist.
ask you don't ask that, George. You don't. just ask.
I'm sorry. Of what race do you identify with?
All
There,
right.
that's better.
Yep.
I've
I'm
just
a
never seen one of you before.
I'm a kobold. Nice to meet you.
How else am I supposed to say it? He's different.
One of you.
I
It's
I didn't say
kind
it's
of-
bad.
I get it. I get it. It happens all the time. I shouldn't be in this
I don't
town,
have
really.
scales, Atticus. It's a good question.
All right, yeah.
I
I'm just
I
like
don't
a
have
smaller
scales.
dragon.
I don't have scales.
Oh, well, that's 1 point to me.
Exactly.
that
No, I think
nasty
it's
bout
much
with
cooler.
psoriasis,
Yeah, but
Well, just because I wanted to tell you, Georgia, because you've been doing such a good job. Here's a box of dynamite.
Well, hold on.
He immediately grabs it. Yes.
Now, don't use this. If
Oh,
you
trust
don't-
me. I know what this is, and I'll be very careful.
Yep.
I promise.
Only use this if you think it's the right situation. So far, I've never seen a bad situation.
Okay.
But just keep that in mind.
Okay. Cool. And she looks at you, Atticus.
Hey, you traveled here by yourself and took on bandits. If you want to play with a box of dynamite, you can play with a box of dynamite.
All right. She looks at you, Kelpie.
But you cannot have pistols, Elburn.
She
Ridiculous.
looks...
Everything is ridiculous.
She's already shown way more restraint than you ever have.
She looks at you, Kelpie, and she says, "Man, am I glad my brother met you, because if he hadn't, he would probably not be taking this as easy.
Yeah.
Because you're like younger than me, right? I'm way older than you. I'm like definitely better in that way.
I
Probably
don't
more.
know about better.
Well, just like I've done more age. You know?
I mean, you said what? You're like 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like 15, but I mean, it's not like a competition.
Last time we met, you said you were like 12.
Yeah, well, 3 years have passed for me since then, so
Yeah,
I'm 12.
Well, me too.
no. I went to the Feywild, okay? That's how I aged.
That's pretty cool.
By the way, Georgia, I have
Yeah?
a waiver here that you need to sign for these dynamites. I got burned by Elburn before, so just making sure I'm not liable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Just sign their initial.
Yeah. I feel like I don't need to read
I'm
this.
just I'll just look at George and be like, you don't have to.
She signs it. She signs it away.
All right.
Right, put that away.
I always feel like if someone walks up to you with a contract, sign it.
Don't, Georgia, don't do
That-
that. You have a lot to
that's
learn about people.
I think people are inherently
No,
trustworthy.
she's done more age. She's got this.
I've done quite a bit of age. 14 of it.
14 of age. Mm-hmm.
That's a weird way to
Wait till you're
phrase that.
24. Or,
I'm trying to
age.
start it because it's like everyone's like, "Oh, I'm 14 years." No, I've done 14. You know what I did? I conquered it.
Like jail.
That's true. I did my
Why,
time.
you know, do you
14.
identify yourself by the amount of steps that you've taken in your life? No, you don't.
It gets important when you get like up there in age, though.
You don't say I'm
He's-
10,000 steps.
He's
Yeah.
1,000. He's like over 1,000. Point to
Existence is prison.
He's
Wow.
always saying stuff like that. Very cool guy. Or very cool person. Very cool person. Love them. Seriously.
Definitely. Have you
Hi.
been reading any of that old poet? What's his name? Charles Bukowski. You been reading any of his stuff?
Are you talking to me?
No, sorry, I was talking to Sky.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Seriously, they are so cool.
They are Charles.
That was cool.
Wow.
Like,
Like,
we're
so
lucky
we
to
can-
have them.
Just gotta keep it real, you know.
Is Sky coming with us, or what is Sky doing?
That's up to Sky.
You gotta come to
We
the
need to
sewers
learn how
with
to
us?
talk to people directly, you guys.
Guy, do you want
Dear
to go
God,
with them?
what is Sky saying?
Can someone scry on Sky and find out what they think?
I was able
Sky,
to.
are you coming with Team Underground? Team? Oh, you probably can't go Team Overground. You're pretty magic heavy, but maybe Team Underground.
Yeah, Team Underground. You tell me where to go. I'll follow everybody as best as I can.
That's what I like to hear. Elburn, you
Cool.
should learn a thing or two.
I literally came up with this plan.
We love humble royalty.
He did.
Thanks, Georgia.
All right. Well, Meister Friendsteel comes up to you guys and he says, "Well, I will help lead the group underground. Lucius is going to stay here. He he would only be a hindrance to us in the town. There's not much that he can do, and he would be highly recognizable. As soon as I get you to the tunnel, I will probably also break away. I'm not much use in combat. But is there anything else that needs to be done before we separate?
Who has my family crest ring, and are you using it?
Avra.
I think. Are you using it?
I think maybe I gave it back to you last session.
I thought you gave it back to me, and then I thought I gave it to Kelvin.
Oh.
The ring that lets you cast shield. No.
Don't think I have it. No.
Then I have. Then I'll give it.
I have it.
You have it. There you
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ray has it.
Sorry. I
Who
have
has the
it.
ring?
I wondered where this signet ring that I put in my inventory came from.
Totally outside
yeah.
of this game.
Okay, never
You
mind.
clip JMO's face during that. That was the
Yeah.
funniest fucking shit. I mean, it was so happy, and then just
Bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the ring, so I can cast shield. But
Which boat are we taking? Foldable or Daddy Revs?
Gotta take the
Daddy
foldable
Revs.
though. I feel like
I think we should
we
take
paid money.
Taco
And we did buy it.
Yeah, we should probably at least get one use out of it.
so why don't we go? The three of us, we go now, and then in an hour, you folks come after.
Yeah, that's.
Well, why don't we?
Because we have to cross the river in a boat too, right?
No. You guys are just walking
We're just
into the
gonna
town.
walk right in.
You guys are
Oh,
on top of
oh.
the cliff. Everybody else is going to go down the cliff. And
I
So we
see.
should probably leave at the same time.
I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
same time.
Yeah, we'll leave at
We
the same
can wait.
time.
Who's in
I
the
did-
brain trust?
Well, Rev can choose brand new day.
a brand new day.
Gonna put Laszlo, Elburn, and Ray. And,
Wow.
Atticus and Abra.
Okay. So those are, and then just so you know, Sky, within
Those-
30 feet of Rev, you
I'll
can
have
talk
a
to him in his mind. Just so you know.
I'm so sorry,
Um,
Kelvin.
Yeah, I only have like 39 more days to ever be a part of the Pain Trust.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Oh.
You've literally always been in the brain trust. Get
My
the fuck outta here.
God.
I'll give Kelfi.
She
her
doesn't
own
actually
bottle
say
of-
that. She doesn't actually say that.
I'll give Kelfi her own bottle of butt water. She's like, here, I don't know, you know,
I don't
just
know
you can,
Fuck!
Atticus, you have to stop giving alcohol to children.
It's gonna.
she's an adult.
This is a pattern. This is definitely
I'm
a
just,
pattern.
I'm just gonna take a.
For a
Um,
halfling,
bag.
she's an adult, right?
She's
Is-
she's 15.
At what point does this break the oath? Like you're in
My oath
His
is
oath
to
is
see
to
the
s-
light in people.
Yeah, his
And
oath is
spread
to
joy
spread
and
joy.
happiness.
I mean, I think that's giving alcohol to people. for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it made me happy. Thank you,
problem.
Atticus. I'll
Just
just.
be, Kelvin, please be careful.
I
Please.
won't drink a lot. I promise.
How about
I
just
have
not
a little
before
bit.
the
Kelvin.
meeting, or not before whatever's about to go down?
Oh, I
Please
already
don't
just took a
shorten
sip.
your
Sorry.
days with that. Just throwing that out
I
there.
already just took a sip.
Wait, is Kelpie invincible for 39 days?
No.
No.
Spread that rumor, though, please.
Let's try.
Let's try. Jump
No.
off the cliff.
Oh,
Georgia,
okay.
box of dynamite.
I mean, I can fly, so it
Oh.
won't really.
All right, are we
Well,
going?
So yeah, so the three amigos need to get rid of all of their magic items.
Yep, I believe everything,
did it
including the
Have
out of my
bracers.
inventory.
I almost forgot my bracers because they are magical.
Mm.
But everything else, I got my pistols on me, my regular weapons, which again they're all
Okay.
not magical.
Yep, I
No
just have a
worries.
pistol and a folded up cannon.
Okay.
Will will
Right.
Gidget be a problem if I send Gidget with them? Like, would he be sensed?
We've got the brain.
He could be.
We've got the brain trust, so
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah, and
need-
you have the
I
brain
know to
trust.
just smash
Yeah.
him.
I'll keep him.
Ray,
But,
I'm
oh.
gonna give you my poisonous dagger. It's got 2 charges left on it, but
Is
it's
it
not.
just-
I think it's the one that what's his name used on Atticus.
Stab
I
me
think
in-
it was.
stab me in the
Yeah.
ass,
So I
Sparrow
think it's
brother.
just like an actual poison. It's not a magical dagger. Yes. Yeah.
Correct.
So I give you that as just like a little bit more than just your axe.
Okay. I do also have my quarterstaff too.
Yep.
We determined. So it's just a poison dagger.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm wearing
Alright.
a toga.
Sure.
Atticus,
So
I gave you my bracers for the record.
Bracers.
I gave you the bracers and the longbow.
All right, so as you all separate, we will first stick with the trio. So the three of you make your way a mile to Lake Peak, kind of discussing what's about to happen, and you eventually see the main western gates of the town. You see that they're closed, and you see three figures standing in front of these gates. As you approach, you see one human guard that is standing there with his spear, and he is in his uniform. And to either side of him, you see two, like, 6.5-foot tall constructs made of hardened wood, stone, and steel of various different levels and capacities, with a large purple gem in their chest that has like metal facets over them, kind of keeping them in, and like an asterisk pattern almost. And as you approach, the guard says, "Oh, who approaches Lake Peak?"
Elvern Proctor and traveling companions, as yet unknown.
What business have you here in Lake Peak?
To come visit Fiona.
What business have you with Mayor Hindlestad?
Mayor.
Yes.
Good for her. Good for her. I was coming to talk to her about some science academy. Hold on, what was the name of the?
Yeah, you would know. Industrial Science Society.
The Industrial Science Society. I was part of the Lake Peak. Well, was part of the Lake Peak 7, 6. I said 6 for sure.
Yeah. Interesting.
I said 6 for sure.
And I'm just his follower.
Yes, a humble servant to
I
see.
Lord Elvern Proctor.
I will send a
Sure,
messenger to Mayor Hindlestad. I request that you wait here.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
The gate opens just enough for him to like peek inside. You hear like slight muffled speaking as he talks to someone on the inside of the gate.
Can I, real quick, use... Oh, where is it? The Know My Enemy while this is happening and kind of investigate one of the constructs?
Sure. What is the actual feat? Like, what's the ability?
You spend 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat. You can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you if the creature is your equal, superior, or inferior in regard to 2 of the following characteristics of choice: strength, dexterity, constitution, armor class, current hit points, total class levels if any, fighter classes if any.
Totally. Yeah. So, what 2 things do you want to know about?
Armor class and hit points.
What is your AC and hit points?
My AC is 18, and my hit points are 105.
He is superior in hit points.
Great.
Or no. AC. Sorry.
Okay.
Inferior in hit points.
Great. Great. Yeah, I just stand there and just kind of look at him.
Yep. The guy, he just like, he closes the gate and looks at you, and it's a very, like, long 10-minute pause as you guys just wait. And eventually, go ahead.
Can I introduce myself to? Are the automatrons just standing there?
They're just standing there. Yeah.
Hello. My name is Laszlo.
Hello.
Hello, I am Ray.
Hi.
I just am doing Laszlo.
I am. I'm a guy.
You're
My
Hi,
name's
guy.
not important. I was gonna tell you my name, and then I realized I don't know you.
You have free will.
I do. Yeah. What are you talking? Oh, are you talking to the constructs?
Yeah.
Oh, the constructs do not respond to you. This is the guy. The guy thinks that you're talking to him.
Oh my god.
Hey, right. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, well, they're not gonna talk to you.
Oh, what? They don't
What's
talk?
their deal?
No, they're
Kind
not
of cool.
alive. What are you talking about?
Oh. I mean, they're
They're not
very finely
alive.
made. I'm just curious.
Fiona's
they
good at
don't
what
have
she-
like musical machine things. Like musical machine things can like they can make pianos play and stuff. They can't like make tones.
I mean, that's not their purpose. Their purpose is to protect the citizens of Lakeview.
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And as he's waiting, the gate opens back up. You see another hushed conversation, and then he comes back and looks at you. All right, well, apparently she must know who you are because Mayor Hindelstadt will grant you an audience.
Right, yeah, we go back. Remember the bombing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when Mayor Hindelstadt and I met.
Oh.
Those two are companions I picked up along the way.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Companion.
All of that can be explained to her when you meet her. And he opens the gate, and you three, walk in, and you are then escorted by 4 constructs and 2 human guards. The human guards are in front of you and directly behind you, and the constructs are in like the corners of you on your sides. In this amount of time, Elburn, you can learn 2 more. Pick 2 more.
Great. I'd like to learn. I literally just clicked off the feed, motherfucker. I'd like to know dexterity and strength scores.
Your dexterity, their dexterity is inferior. Their strength is superior.
Kind of figured, but I wanted.
Might as well double check. Yeah. Well, they could have all of a sudden been super agile buddies. You never know.
Yeah. Can I also, in that time, make a general perception check to see the stuff in the town?
Oh yeah, for sure.
how-
All 3 of you go ahead and roll perception checks as you're walking through the Tizown.
I think I'm gonna use.
Oh, 19.
2.
Laszlo, you are fascinated by these constructs. You can't take your eyes off them.
So smooth.
I got a 5.
5. You are just kind of a lot has happened to Ray in the last 48 hours. So
I'm
you're
just
kind
happy
of
to
really...
be here.
But you all notice the general, what I'm about to say. The city or the town almost seems abandoned. Barely anyone is walking the streets. About every 5 minutes, you pass a duo of constructs who are patrolling the city streets. You do see people occasionally, but when you do see them, they are moving very quickly and from point A to point B as efficiently as they can. And also, they seem fearful. It definitely, this is a place that is on, lockdown. And you see some graffiti on some of the walls, calling for Fiona to resign, saying that she is, a danger. A lot of graffiti blaming her for the bombing. People seem to think that she actually was still the one that did the bombing, especially with everything that's going on now. And then you actually see a lot of not necessarily graffiti, but I guess what would be considered maybe propaganda, but it actually does seem to be put on by other citizens of the town, praising Fiona and the constructs for their work. It seems to be that Lake Peak is super tumultuous right now. A lot of just tension. And that's what Elber notices. The 2 of you kind of just notice that it's empty and it's raining. But yeah. So as you guys approach Abbott Estate, once again, you're shocked by the number of constructs and guards that you see. As the note, or as Meister Franciel told you, you do remember that citizens of the town eventually came together at the beginning of all of this to put together the construct, so that's why so many have been created in such a short amount of time. But anyway, the double doors to Abbott Estate open, and you see Elburn, and actually Ray, you've met him too. You see Franklin, who was the guard for Mayor Abbott, who accompanied Vix when he came to warn you guys about the dragons.
That's right.
And Franklin kind of his eyes twist, or his head tilts, and he looks to you. Oh, Albert, Ray.
In my head to Ray and Laszlo, I say, Is there any way we can lie our way out of this?
I don't know who this person is.
I just to Ray after that go, Ray, is there any way we can lie our way out of this?
Well, to Ray and Rev. Rev's
Oh, yeah,
also
and
hearing
Rev.
all this.
Oh no, out of context. I just say absolutely we can.
He looks at you and he says, I'm so surprised to see both of you here. Where's everyone else?
We left them.
They're
Oh.
stupid idiots.
They suck.
Okay, laying it on. We just left them.
Why? Well, I'm sorry
Sorry.
that happened.
Creative
fine.
differences.
It's for the best.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I noticed quite a bit of tension, Elburn, between you and the rest of the group, so it's not the
Yeah.
most surprising conclusion, I suppose.
Lord
Elburn's always
Elburn.
right.
Lord
Okay.
Elburn, we serve him.
Yep.
Weird. All right.
I don't. I lean to Franklin. I like do a little thing where I go. I've asked them not to call me Lord, but for some reason they insist
Hey,
on it.
just take it as a sign of respect. It's all right. It's all
In
Uh,
the head and the brain trust to Elburn and to I guess everybody. So Rev hears this too. I just say you like it and you know it.
right. You guys are hearing some weird context, out of context stuff.
There was literally an impulse in me that I was going to be like, in Elburn's head, you hear, ooh. But I
Oh.
decided,
I think they got sidetracked.
And as Franklin directs the three of you to Mayor Fiona's office, the rest of you, we go back a little bit. Meister Francio leads you down this long trail that takes you down the cliff and to the edge of the lake. And then he looks at all of you and he says, all right, so who has the boat? One of you has a boat, right?
I think Atticus might have it in his new bag of gold. Nope, Rev has it.
No, I have a boat. Do you not remember?
Well, yeah, but we were gonna use the pocket
We're
boat,
gonna use the
right?
pocket boat.
Yeah, to
Oh,
still
we
like
spent all
sail
that money on
into.
So that they don't know that we took the boat. To be a little more we'll use your boat soon, Rev, I promise.
Your boat can be the escape route, Reverend.
Boat B.
Yeah.
B boat. Yeah.
B boat.
Captain of the B boat.
I will say, if never mind, my spirit doesn't know that. So Atticus, you get out the folding boat.
Yep, I get out the folding boat, say the command word, and I do the bigger one, the 15 people one.
Yeah. So you, well,
Is it too big?
yeah, you might not want to do because that one comes with a sail. I think the middle one doesn't though, if I'm correct.
There's only two. One can hold.
Roll up in a cruise ship.
I think they all have a sail.
Oh, do they?
Boat has a pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a routine sail. 4 creatures, 15 creatures.
I thought it came with. My bad. I thought it. The
Yeah, mast with square sail. Yeah, there's only 2 sizes.
yeah there is.
There's a small boat, a bigger boat, and then another command to fold it back up.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, these are small. You know what? I'm just gonna say it's fine. It'll fit.
Can we make it not fold out the mast? Is that possible? Or the sail?
Yeah, fuck it. That's what we'll do. So you guys will just have to actually row it. Is the
One
thing.
boat with no sail, please. And I'll throw it in the water.
You just like put it in the water as if it was like an actual paper boat, and you push it out with the command word. And as you push it out, it's weird because of the perspective, the boat is getting further away, but it's also getting bigger. So it's like, you know, that kind of like dolly zoom effect. As the boat then becomes fully formed right there in front of all of you. And you go up to it and you touch it, and it's a paper boat, and it feels like paper to the touch, but it's as hard as rock. It's very strange. So yeah, you got a boat. And he looks at the rest of you and he says, all right, well, if you travel about a half a mile from here to the east, and then pretty much make it directly to the north, you'll come to the tunnel on the side of the docks. And
Well,
follow
know
that
how to
tunnel
boat?
to a staircase. What?
Do do we know how to boat? Like, do people know how? I don't know if there's like a term for it, but I just realized I don't. I mean, I obviously have not been on
It's
a
a good
boat before. You
question.
guys know how I feel about water.
Right. We don't have much of a choice.
I think
I'm not saying we don't. I'm
most-
just saying like, who knows how to like captain a boat? Like, Rev, do you?
I mostly know what
I
it's
think owning a
about.
boat does qualify as a boat, so
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's simple. You know, if you know how to be in a canoe, you can pretty much like man this boat. So I would say, probably not Kelfie, like as she said, but you know, Elburn for sure would have been in a like knows how to oar, but he's not there. I didn't.
Great.
I could
Two
man
you-
some of the oars.
Yeah, I
Sure, I
mean,
went
In the
fishing
brain
and hunting on a
trust.
canoe.
yeah,
Over.
exactly. I'm sure you guys like went
Yeah.
fishing or hunting or something like that, or at least understand the concept of it enough to
Yeah.
get you there.
Got a paddle on the left to make it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got it.
You got a paddle? Should I? Am I helping paddle?
No.
Yes.
No. Oh well,
okay.
yeah. Well, you don't have to get. I think
mean-
she's asking if she has to get out of the boat and push the boat.
Oh no, you can get in the boat and you paddle like this
You just go like that and the boat moves.
in the water. Yep.
There's oars. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Tell you when to paddle and when not to paddle.
So,
Okay, cool.
so those of you who are doing this are in the boat, and you leave, and you follow Meister Franciel's directions. You eventually make it to the tunnel. You see the dock in the distance. You see that it is like patrolled and like manned by these constructs. So it's probably a good idea that you went with the floating boat. You go into the tunnel. Atticus gets up his dancing lights, so you guys can see what you're doing.
Before we
Yeah.
get to the tunnel, I'd like to have my usual, not usual, but a moment with Abra. Like if we just are at the back of the boat,
Sure.
because we haven't
yeah.
talked yet. As I'm very terribly trying to paddle with my small form and not knowing what
Avery
I'm
just,
doing.
Took a drink and inhaled some water and
Oh,
was dying a little, but she could
it
still
was a big
talk.
wave. That just- well, we can, if you if you need a minute, we can wait until we get to Lake Peak to talk if you need some time.
You're muted.
Your mouth's moving, but I can't hear you. It's really
I'm
weird.
just a little emotional about being back in Lake Peak.
That's true. It's like where we all started.
And of course about you.
Right.
Oh no.
So about that, and if we don't want to talk about it a lot right now, since we're like paddling, I think that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to say real quick that I'm sorry I didn't actually tell you what, because I know you were asking, you were concerned, and I appreciate that, but I didn't tell you what the sacrifice was for me, and I'm sorry about that. I just didn't want it to like be a big deal, because even my sacrifice would only last a year anyway, so I didn't want someone else to have like potential lifetime of difference, and that's all. I just wanted to say I was sorry.
I understand, and of course I'm upset, but I agree with Ben and with Ray and with Atticus. We're not gonna let this happen.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know
If
how we're
that's
not,
what
but
you want.
I mean, I'd like to have a year. I don't know how we're not gonna have that happen. If we can have it more than a month, that'd be nice. But I just don't know how. So I'm just like trying not to be too hopeful, without something to actually hope for.
Well, I'm not upset. I understand that you were scared. It makes sense that you didn't want to talk about it yet.
Okay. I just don't want you to.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot. And also I know you have a lot to deal with like Ben and stuff, and so yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really know what I have to deal with there. That's a whole other.
Yeah,
I let him
I
read my
mean,
journal last night.
really?
I haven't even reread it all.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
Well.
I don't know. I panicked.
That's fair. I mean, I didn't know him that well, but I knew that you guys were close, and now I know that he's, my half brother, which is crazy. If you guys got married, you'd be like my sister, like for real. I mean, not that you're gotta get married. I just had that thought.
Yeah. I did just remember that he exists. Like,
you're right. Yeah.
Actually, you haven't.
Didn't remember. I did just discover his existence.
Yeah. I don't want to Yeah, that was. Yeah. I just thought of it, and that would just be a cool thing. But
I mean, you're my sister no matter what.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Even if you do have a real sister, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, she's great, but she is my half sister.
Excuse me.
But yeah,
we're in the DM. Maybe we should try to get
It's true. Yeah, I heard a really big yawn in the sky, so I guess we should just keep paddling.
The gods
so you all keep paddling. You make your way to a it's basically literally just like a stone landing that has an open doorway that leads to a spiral staircase that leads all the way up to another latched door that leads into the sewers. You have a map of Lake Peak, and the sewers for their workers are labeled very well. So you guys are able to make your way through the sewers. It's stinky, it's smelly, it sucks. Laszlo is jealous. He's really missing out. And you guys continue to travel as we cut back to everyone else as you, or the three of you, as you enter Fiona Handelstadt's office. As you do, you see that her desk has been basically transformed into like a standing desk. And
Nice.
She's like literally tinkering with something. As you walk in, you see that this room has 4 constructs in it, 2 at the door and 2 on either side of her desk. She as you enter, she like takes what she's tinkering and puts it down, puts up her hair into like a messy bun, and takes her goggles and puts them up on top of her head. She looks over to the three of you. Hey! Long time no see, Erubrion.
Last time it was just Handelstadt or Fiona, now it's Mayor. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Well, I have you to thank. Last time we were in here, it was looking dire for me. But you and your friends, you helped me out, and I appreciate that. So, because of that, I have granted this audience. I'm happy to hear that you aren't with your friends. Nothing against them personally, but I'm trying to keep magic out of Lake Peak for now.
I think that's wise. Magic is kind of a scourge.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
in
glad
my
you all-
head. I in my head to the other two go, be careful, she's really smart.
Did you tinker all these robots yourself? Because this is incredible work. I'm a bit of a tinkerer myself.
He's quite good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you made?
I pull out one of my pistols. And I go, he actually made this. If you want to take a look, and I turn it around.
Whips out a pistol.
She takes it, kind of spins it around, unlocks the chamber. Guns. He's not the first person to invent guns, but they're definitely rare. And so she kind of looks at it. Very interesting. I've not seen a handheld one before. Usually they have to be handled with 2 hands.
Yes, my signature prototype, handheld. And I pull out my cannon, unfurl my cannon. This is a cannon.
That's a cannon. How did you do that?
Well, years and years of practice and having a brilliant mind doesn't hurt either.
She immediately starts to you see gears turning in her brain, and she's like, if we could somehow get that design with these constructs, you and I have got to talk, because this seems very promising.
All right, I'm willing to listen.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, I'm glad to hear that you're alive, Erubrion. I hope, even though that you've parted ways with your friends, they saved my life, so I hope that they're well. But what can I do for you? Times are busy here for me in Lake Peak.
Well, have you heard of anything happening in the wider world at this moment?
We've heard things. I've made it an initiative of Lake Peak to sequester ourselves more than we ever have. Our teleportation circle has been destroyed, for instance.
Good.
And entrances and exits in and out of the city are heavily monitored, and also correspondence to and from the city is heavily monitored as well. I feel that magic users are a plague, and I feel that they have their little tendrily fingers intermixed with a lot of society, and I feel, if
Preach.
anything, Pildor Swiftdream just proved that even people hiding behind organizations such as the Emerald Union can be corrupt and can lead corrupt organizations. And so I don't trust really anyone outside of me or my people here in this town.
Now that makes sense. Speaking of plagues of magic, you know that Pildor was somebody else, right?
No. What are you talking about?
Did you ever hear in the histories about a Xavier Synax?
Oh yes, yeah. My mother warned me of him. Would tell me his stories as to kind of keep me awake at night.
Well, we, the three of us, have had a couple run-ins with Xavier, who was actually pretending to be Pildor Swiftdream, and he's actually...
Wait, are you telling me Pildor Swiftdream was the Xavier Synax?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We fought him a couple of times. We thought we killed him, but
He's
the
still
plague
alive.
of magic kept him alive, unfortunately.
Yuck.
And
Yes,
currently
agreed.
he's
Yeah.
holding up. Currently he's holding up in Frost Grasp. And
Well then now I understand why you've come here to Lake Peak. You've come to supply for your mission to Frostgrass. I understand.
I was wondering if we might
Yeah.
join forces, you and I, and us.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
to
In
wipe this
addition
plague.
to,
Yes.
we want to take
Listen,
out Xavier.
I do once again hold a unique bond for you, Elburn. You saved my life. That's something that I can't easily forget. My focuses are here in Lake Peak and on its people. I could lend you a few of my constructs, but other than that, I'm not.
Oh,
quite
I guess
sure.
you're not getting my blueprints. It's crazy. This is a really good cannon. That'd be
Oh, really?
amazing.
That easily. I offer to help you, and it's not the kind of help you want. So you just.
He's
I mean,
just got
that's
a way about it. He's been you've been living in a hole for most of your life, is that right?
Why do people keep thinking that a hole is a bad thing?
Okay.
Fiona,
I understand.
what Xavier has gained immense power, and Lake Peak's not going to be safe for very long. He's
Well, then
unleashed
we will
something-
have to deal with that when we do deal with that. But listen, Elburn, if I'm to be frank with you, you can't take on Xavier. He would kill you in an instant. So I am going to make sure that Lake Peak is defended and out of the situation.
So all of the other cities, if they can't handle me, and I'm dead, you're just signing my own death warrant and just leaving.
If you
yourself
go to attack Xavier right now, then yes, you're signing your own death warrant.
So why not help and make sure that
I
Lake
can't
Peak
help
thrive
you.
beyond the conflict?
How am I supposed to help you? By
Bring your
abandoning
army
the people of...
constructs.
I would be abandoning the people of Lake Peak. I can't do that.
I've seen them call for your resignation out there. I saw the graffiti.
That's a minority of the population here in Lake Peak.
Can I roll a quick, I don't know what I would roll exactly, but how much graffiti did I see that was against her as opposed to for her?
It was an equal number, I would say.
Over half of the population doesn't want you.
You saw some markings on the wall. You can't assume what the population wants, Elburn. I appreciate you, once again. I appreciate the bond that we share, but I ask that you don't go making assumptions about me or my people.
Why
Did
not get
you-
them all on your side by helping out? I'm sorry, Ray.
Oh no,
Right
I.
ahead. Right ahead.
Though this is an in-game question. Did you say that, or did we hear Meister Francile or whoever give us the information that she has a tool or something that controls the constructs on her?
He thinks she does, yeah.
While this conversation is happening, can I roll a perception check to see if I can see where that might be?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love it when a plan comes together.
16.
You see a silver chain around her neck that is attached to something that disappears underneath her clothes.
Cool.
But that's the only thing you notice on her other than clothes and her goggles.
If you want Lake Peak to keep you as your mayor, because they clearly are pretty angry at you, why not?
Once again, you're making assumptions off of some markings you saw on the wall. It could be one person that did every single one of those. You'd have no idea.
Are they different fonts?
Oh my god.
Yeah, for sure.
Helvetica.
I just kind of like, just for fun, wanted to know that in my head. I go, well, Laszlo,
Listen,
Laszlo will join you and improve your things if you help me with an army and take out Xavier.
I can't give you an army, Elbert. Who do you think you are?
We could.
You're just a
Take the
man asking me
constructs.
for an army. Yes, you saved my life, for sure. But I can't just give you dozens of my constructs. They're here to protect me and my people. Just because
What
you
about-
think that you can kill an ancient wizard who has lived for hundreds of years as a middle-aged
once.
man. What?
We did once.
I don't have any proof of that.
How?
Listen,
many
I have
times-
entertained this conversation as much as I am willing to. If you would like a couple of my constructs to go on your little death mission, that is 100% possible. But if you're asking me to give an army of people to someone who I have met for a total of maybe 2 hours, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen.
How many constructs?
I will give you 3.
How would we work them so far from you? Is there a way?
I
I'm
could...
just an ignorant little girl. I don't know anything.
I understand. And she pulls out the necklace around her, and you see the same purple gem. And she says, I could make you one of these, attuned specifically to the 3 constructs that I give to you.
I also want the blueprints to how to make these constructs.
No.
Please?
Nope. Thank you.
Out of curiosity,
Why am I the best one at this?
what did you do with all the magic users in town? I'm sure they were upset with you.
You.
Ooh, did you do unspeakable torture? Tell me all about it.
Magic
would say-
users were allowed to stay in the town of Lake Peak as long as magic was no longer practiced.
Wow.
And if
very
they
lenient.
wanted to practice
Wow, that's
magic, then they
Really
had to
good
leave.
of you.
That's honestly brave.
That's noble.
Did they?
Honestly.
Did you expel them, or did they leave themselves? 'Cause I can't imagine they would go quiet.
Some had to be forcefully removed. Yes.
Okay, now we're talking.
Not
Yeah.
any. I look
Probably for the
around as if
best.
the constructs can like hear, and I
Uh-huh.
like lean in and I just go, "You didn't like kill anyone, did you?"
She looks at you, and she says, I will protect the citizens of Lake Peak by any means necessary.
I put the biggest smile on my face and I go, when this is all over, I would love to come back and help you.
I would welcome it. You are welcome to join me now. Listen, I am not trying to insult you. I'm just trying to get you to understand that the severity of your request is one that is laughable for me to meet. However, if you want to join me here in defending Lake Peak from this horrible man that you claim, I would love your company.
Are we still in for a meeting?
I'm so iffy about you, it's crazy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
I turn around.
kobold? Excuse
Do you
me.
mind if, do you
No,
mind if
it
we-
has nothing to do with your kobold-ness.
Do you mind if we have a conversation real quick, the three of us?
Absolutely not. No, I've got my own stuff that I'm doing
And
here.
are you including me or her?
I'm talking to you, Laszlo, and I bring us into a huddle.
Okay.
And I like make sound with
She
my
can
voice.
hear us probably.
Well, yeah. How far away are we?
You can go towards like the door. You'll be near her constructs, but you won't be near her. But you could also like, I think I know what Elvin was about to say. You can like go like with your mouth, but be talking in your head.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Out loud, I say, she's amazing. In my head, I say, she sucks.
Yeah. I go in my head to these two. I said, I'm gonna say that we offer our services that she convinced us, and we stay here and just kind of feel it out, see if there's a chance we can either steal it off, because I'm not above just killing her now.
We should, take her to a place where the other team could easily find her, and I'm gonna say it, kill her.
I doubt she'll leave.
I don't know. She said she was iffy about me, which is not bad.
Hey guys.
Oh,
How's it going?
Well, we're gonna pretend that we're gonna join her crusade to get rid of all the magic users in Lake Peak. But other than that, honestly, it could be worse.
she made some good points.
No, she didn't.
I think I hate magic now, honestly.
What's the goal with
We
joining?
can all agree
her?
that magic sucks. We're gonna.
Well, I think
Yeah, let
They
me just
say
group
communicating
everybody-
with magic.
Let me just pull everybody in.
Hey, what's up? Atticus checking in.
You booked the
Sky.
conference room, but-
Sky, you all of a sudden hear 8 voices in your mind, like all talking at the same time.
oh my god.
Just,
Hey
We're-
Sky.
we're gonna stay here to try and get some more info. We're gonna quote unquote join her crusade.
She's offered to give us
Three.
3 constructs and a control of the constructs that we can attune to. So
Yeah,
if
but
we
we-
can
we-
somehow get a hold of
Oh.
those.
Get that first, and then we take her
And
out.
then we
That's-
turn her robot armory against her, because I think that I can appeal to them.
You need to make sure
Laszlo,
that
you've
she
been
wants
doing
still
horrible.
also have control of them.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm wondering is if we can somehow, like, Laszlo, do you think you can tinker with this control that she's given us to then overreach to all of her constructs and take full, like, ownership?
Oh,
Absolutely,
Or write your own
100%.
blueprints.
He has no idea.
No problem.
Insight
at all.
check.
We'll, we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna turn.
I'm
around
just saying
now.
if we have 3 constructs, that's 3
Yeah,
constructs
I
on
just
our
wanna wait
side.
to hear what room to meet you in.
I say we take the constructs, right?
Yeah, if we can get the constructs and then.
Oh, I can get the constructs.
She does. have a
Elburn,
way
can you
with-
get the constructs?
Can I?
Can you help me get the constructs?
Absolutely. I'll turn around right now and give you a hand. But just wanted to update everybody on where we're at. Good luck to the sewers. I hope they don't smell like shit.
Laszlo, you would love it down here.
Dang it!
With that, I turn right back around and go, it's probably for the best that we do indeed stay,
Wonderful.
help you out.
Wonderful. Okay, well, with that being said, I have in mind jobs for all of you. So I will, if you can just wait out in the lobby, I will instruct Franklin on where to escort you to, and we'll go ahead and get you started working.
What kind of jobs?
Well, in order for me to... Well, you, Laszlo, I need to see how good you are at tinkering. So we'll take you down to the shop, have you learn how to build some of these constructs, see if you can see what you can do there. Ray, if you don't mind looking at you, I really feel like we could use you in our guards. We do still have some non-construct guards. So I think if we take you to those barracks... Elburn, I need to speak with you about exactly the battle that you had with Xavier, what went down with that, and what I can learn from that. But I don't really have time to do that today, so Franklin will most likely just escort you to a room until I can speak with you. So yeah, That's what I have you all
Wow,
going.
you're very on top of things.
That's how I get my job done. All right. Well, if all of you can just wait out in the lobby, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.
Great.
Thank you.
Can I insight check her real quick to see if she intends to do any of that?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
14.
14 seems like that's her intent. What she just said and all that.
Yep.
So you guys walk out into the
Yeah.
lobby. 2 constructs go out there with you. There's already 2 out there, so there's 4 in the room total. As you just stand there, you hear as the door opens, Franklin. Franklin kind of like nods to all of you, and he like gives you a thumbs up, and then walks into the room. And you hear the two of them talking, and then Franklin comes back out and he says, "All right, well, I know exactly where I need to escort all of you. Elburn, I'll take you. The 2 of you, these," and he points to the 2 duos of constructs, "will take you to where you need to be. All right?"
Sweet. This is cool.
Wonderful.
Do you like working here?
I am captain of the mayor's guard, and I will serve the mayor of Lake Peak until I can no longer take a breath.
That's a little intense.
It's what my father did before me and his before him.
Wow. Okay.
Guard life.
Guard life. I hope.
Magic sucks. Am I right?
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
He starts escorting you, Elburn, further into a different part of this manor. And the 2 of you, the constructs, start trying to take you outside back into the courtyard.
I want to learn how these constructs are made. I'm going willingly.
I would need to see this attunement.
Yeah, so, Elburn, you are taken to a room of this manor by Franklin. He walks with you. So, how did that go?
Honestly, she makes a very compelling argument. Although I'm curious about how the people feel about it. I'm sure they can't be very happy with.
Oh,
what's
there's some
happening, even though-
troublemakers that are trying to cause problems. There's this halfling individual who's a real fucking pain in my ass. They're very good at what they do. Yes, they're very good at what they do.
Who's this? Who's this person?
Some Clearwater. I don't know. They
Clearwater.
the whole a menace. Yeah, Meister Francil, I miss him. He kind of had an issue with Fiona and left when everybody else left, and that kind of sucked. I know that she has, she comes off harsh and has some very interesting plans and morals, but she's doing it all to protect the people of Lake Peak, and I feel that that's a moral victory.
Can I insight check that real quick?
Yeah, go
See
ahead.
if he feels good about that.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. That's a 6.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he feels good about it.
Yeah.
So he stops off in front of a room. A construct is already standing outside of this room. And he opens the door, and he says, "All right, well, this is you."
I look at him and I go, and in an amicable way.
Yeah.
I'm not being held prisoner, am I?
Prisoner, no. Under watch, yes.
You know what? That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. It's been a while.
Yeah,
think-
see, here now in Lake Peak, especially until, you can kind of earn your stripes, you gotta kind of be under watch, like, all the time.
Really? How did you earn your stripes?
Well, I've been here. Fiona knew me. Fiona knows that I am responsible and capable and good at my job.
That's fair. And does that mean? And I lean forward and I very quietly in his ear go, "Does that mean killing magic folks is necessary?"
He whispers back to you, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, I mean, were you not instructed to kill magic users?
No, that's really messed up.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
they all left.
That's so weird. Fiona implied that there were some dead magic users.
That doesn't make sense to me. No, she said that they either stopped practicing magic or left. Those were the two options.
Really, she said they were forced to leave and that she would do anything possible. I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, I think that was my hyperbole. I think you're reading into it, you know.
No, I remember talking to Fiona, like death.
You know what? I can just talk to you. He leaves back.
Can the, and I look over. I was like, can the constructs hear things?
Of course not. No.
No. Well then, I guess that's fine.
No.
No. She implied that she was killing.
No,
the
she just it's words. Words.
Words. Yeah. No, that. I guess that makes sense. I mean, if we're being frank, and I look around again for other people, and I go, "You're frank," but I look.
Lynn.
I look back and I go.
There's a second syllable there. There is a second syllable, and it's an important one.
There is a second syllable. You're right. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
If we're being honest, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world.
Well, that's weird. That's weird of you to say. Yeah.
Well, again, I thought that's what she was doing.
No, we're not. What? Listen, magic is a disease, and people who practice it should stop, right? But we're not. But hey, we're not gonna kill them. We just can't have them here.
Have you ever seen what happens when an infected limb gets too infected on somebody?
Oh, yes, of course. It gets black and it nasty and it smells.
Yeah, and you have to get rid of it, right?
Yeah, you lop it off. Yep.
If magic is a disease, what do you think she wants to do if it gets too gangrenous?
Well, there's plenty of diseases that don't cause limbs to fall off, that can be treated without lopping limbs off. So she'll probably try to treat it like one of those.
Yeah, and
like one of those non-limb lopping diseases.
Yeah,
you know?
and forces it to leave.
Well, it's you can't just live anywhere you want to live. There are rules. The world has rules.
That's
and
true.
This is the rules of this place.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah. I fully agree with you. We'll see what happens when Xavier shows up to try and take over Lakeby.
Oh, he won't be a match to Fiona and her constructs.
I'd like to hope so. I'm hoping to help that.
Wonderful. I'm glad you're here, and it's unfortunate that your friends aren't, but probably for the best. Probably for the best. Especially that Kelpie. Seriously, she was a child. That was crazy, you guys. That was weird.
I don't know why we made that decision.
Child.
And I don't know why we made that decision. I said several times.
Little girl. Okay?
Yeah, it was a little child.
Yep.
And into magic. Magic.
Horrendous.
It's fine. We made sure she understood that it was a bad thing for her.
Franklin puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, "You know what? For such a young man, you've got such a wise brain." And
All right.
And he gestures you to go further into the room.
Why don't you stop on by later? I'm gonna go on here. I'd love to have a drink with you.
Oh, I would love. When I'm off duty, I will do so. Yes.
Perfect. And I walk into the room.
The door is shut behind you. It is a very simple room. Bed, bedside table, a chest at the bottom for personal belongings, a single window, and a desk with a chair at it.
I, in my head, say to whoever can hear, Captain of the Guard Franklin thinks people are being removed and not being killed. Fiona implied they were being killed. Just wanted to let you know that some people might not know what's actually going on. I'll do what I can to investigate while Ray and Laszlo do what they're going to do.
In my head and also out loud, I say, "Guys, I think I'm tripping." There's this, I swear I'm like hearing the people who left like talking in my head, and I can't be asleep because I can't sleep, and I'm just freaking out, you guys.
You can't sleep?
Not even if somebody tried to make me.
This is a safe space. You can say what you want.
You're not there, Laszlo.
I
guess you can say it in your head, though.
Yeah.
Because they said in their head and out loud.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal. Honestly, we do this.
Yeah.
Happens all the
All
time.
hear it?
Yeah, we
It's
talk.
fine that you're
Yeah, for
included
sure.
and I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah,
We'll
Ben in Georgia echoes Sky's weirdness of the whole situation.
Georgia is with us?
I mean, you didn't tell her not to go.
All right, I guess.
You could have. We didn't have that moment. You could have told her to stay.
She
But
would
that would have
I thought
been a
she was-
moment.
if you hadn't been here.
But that would have been a moment. She would have
I-
fought you on it.
Nope, she's coming.
All right.
With a box of dynamite.
Yeah,
blow a hole in
exactly.
this fucking roof. So
All
help me
right,
God, I will
so
get this
the
done.
rest of you who are in the sewers, you're now pretty much in the sewers where you need to be. You're directly underneath the manhole cover that is on the street with Abbott Manor. You could go down like a side tunnel that doesn't have a manhole cover but would put you underneath the manor.
Yeah, so if you're
We
like
wanna-
bunking up in a room, are we just spending the night
Elburn
in the sewers?
Elburn is on the second floor.
Should we take a peek out of this manhole to see what's out there?
Maybe take a peek, but I also feel like the longer we can stay concealed. the
As you guys
better.
are talking about taking a peek of the manhole cover, you hear very heavy footsteps, followed by the familiar noise of Laszlo complaining / asking questions, and you don't hear Ray, but as the two of them are being escorted over the manhole cover that you're currently sitting on to go to their places.
Laszlo, we're right underneath you.
Hey.
What do you see up there?
Hey, guards, can I take a breather real quick?
What? No, just,
They
We're
just
in
stop
your
and stare
manhole.
at you.
You know what? Never mind. Sorry.
What's
you
it like
take me
up
to
there?
a basement?
how many guards?
There's a couple constructs
There's
here.
4 constructs total, 2 around each of them.
4 constructs total. They can't hear, I don't think. Is that relevant?
No guards? Or just 4 constructs?
No guards.
Just 4 constructs.
And you like
Then they're all-
Laszlo, you just like happen to lean back like towards the direction that you came, and the construct like puts up his hand. They like aren't. They're very simple in their tasks. They are to escort you to one location and not let you go somewhere else. They don't talk to you. They can't hear you. They can't see you. It is a very simple thing.
Is this like kind of a secluded area?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, it's like the whole town's practically abandoned.
Hey, this is a good opportunity, and we can. And I think there's like a 50% chance I'm being led to a jail cell.
Oh.
Is the manhole cover close enough that I could pop Gidget out there and have him just crawl out so I can just like see what's going on a little better?
Yeah.
I will say I would have
I
in
do
my
that.
head mentioned that I was not in a jail cell.
Yeah, but I will say, Abra, he says that the constructs are like, you can peek. You don't have to have Gidget peek. There's no one around, and the constructs can't see or hear or like.
Okay.
They have tasks, and they have like, if they were tasked to do something with you, they would probably acknowledge your existence. But if they're not, they won't.
So it's 2 watching Laszlo and then 2
Watching
on
Ray.
guard.
2 watching
Watching
Laszlo
Ray.
and 2
Right,
watching
right,
Ray. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're escorting to different places, but just as
Gotcha.
of right now, that's the same direction.
Well, it's up to you guys. I think we could take them out pretty quick.
Well, are we storming the
No.
mayor's office right now? Then is that what we're doing?
In
No,
my
I'm
head, I go,
getting out my
that's a
sword."
terrible idea. That's a terrible idea.
I can
All right.
fly out of this sewer.
At
That would
least
look
let
really
me gain
cool.
control of 3 of the constructs that we can have them
Okay,
fighting
yeah.
for us.
Okay,
Make
yeah,
an
just like-
insight check, Ray.
An insight check?
Yeah,
On what?
Fiona.
Ship has sailed.
I just really love.
Doesn't have a
Wow.
cell.
12.
She offered that if you guys were leaving. First of all.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second of all, with the like proving that seems to be happening, even if she were to do that for you, you think that would at minimum take a couple days. Minimum. She basically like from that insight, like what she is doing to the 3 of you is like trying to incorporate you into her basically community, but in order to do that, you are going to have to do several tasks to prove her trustworthiness over
Yeah.
several days.
Yeah. And we should have just said we were leaving and we need the
But I mean, you still can say that.
construct.
I'm just saying that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, but it would look dicey if we went back and said, actually, we're gonna leave.
I was just trying not to kill Fiona.
Dicey.
No, you're.
You
No,
could-
I mean this is still a very valid plan. You're a part of it.
Yeah.
It's just that
We're in the long game now.
Yeah, like you know that waiting to see like what's gonna happen with you guys is probably not gonna lead to anything. Quickly.
All right, Ray, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Tell me what you're thinking, and I'll tell you if I'm thinking it.
We have everyone pop out of the sewers, and then they attack them, and then we go on a killing bloodlust to the mayor's office.
Well,
That's what I know best, but I think maybe not this time. We may have to bite our tongues and play the game, Laszlo.
we're not staying in the sewer. Are you guys this in your head? Or is this out loud?
It can be for everybody, but
Who lets you in?
You guys have like
I don't
just
wanna
stopped in the middle of the street and like you do. This is a learning moment because the constructs are not pushing you.
yeah.
So like they're just standing there right next to you. But if you like lean or like try to go in any direction that is not where they are trying to lead you to, they stop you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather
What if
not
we
spend the night in a
split
sewer.
up?
So
Yeah, I don't know
this
about
seems
anybody
like
else,
a.
but I'm not.
Can I have, while we are right here, can I do want to put Gidget up and have him, I'll have an understanding with him, a little talk in our head that like, you'll be back in the morning if this doesn't go well, okay, buddy, I promise. And I want to have him like climb on one of the constructs if he can, and if it doesn't notice, I want him to just kind of look around. I'll look through his eyes and see if we can find any like, I don't know, like off switches or like weak points, or just to maybe learn a little bit more about how we need to fight this thing.
Crunch the purple stone.
Yeah, okay, so go ahead and make a investigation check. This is with Laszlo's stats, because you're looking through his eyes. It's not like a wild shape thing.
Like Laszlo's?
Or not Laszlo.
It's like,
I was like,
Laszlo?
what the fuck?
I was just like,
Gidget. So you, or perception check, I should say, with Gidget's stats. And this will be,
I need to look up his stats really quick.
okay, I'll look it up. Make sure to have his stats pulled up. It is a, it's just a +0.
Aw, poor Gidgy.
that looked like a natural 20, but she was muted.
I think it's a natural one.
He rolled a natural one.
Yep.
Oh, I thought she said 20.
Yeah, he's very tiny and they're large and the proportions are hard for you to kind of compute.
He tried. I tell him he tried.
I
So what are you
mean,
doing? Are we just busting up?
if the town is abandoned, we could just find an empty like house to stay in. We wouldn't have to stay in the sewers.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
It won't
you
be, it
could-
definitely, just to clarify, it will not be hard to find an empty house, so that is still a plan. But by abandoned, I meant like the streets are abandoned. A lot of people are
Right.
just sequestered in their homes, but still people did leave, so yes, you can definitely find an empty house. I just wanted to, there is population. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can also always make the bubble.
Does the
That's
bubble
not-
get rid of the
Even make
smell?
The bubble on the boat. Can I make a bubble on the boat?
The boat is not with you.
Of
Or
the
if it
boat.
is, it's because he folded it up and brought it with him.
Hmm.
The boat couldn't fit in the sewer.
I mean,
Yeah, I could be
Right,
a
right.
cat and just go up and find a house and keep watching.
Does
Get us
Sky
out
know
there.
anywhere in particular that would be abandoned? That is very
Sky, that's a great question. Sky would definitely know of a house that you guys could go to.
Sky
So we're
said,
just
yeah.
gonna wait around for a couple days while Fiona maybe tortures magic people and
I think
the
we at
town
least
lives
wait
in
until
fear.
nighttime. Maybe we can get a little bit more information before.
If you want to make
the
trouble
cover
while
of
we're,
night.
if you want to make trouble while we're like doing this like investigation and all that stuff, I think that would be fun.
yeah, I might learn how to make the constructs. Maybe you guys find a house.
I
I'm
love
saying
how
all this is gonna take a lot of time.
Well, I mean, have you heard her speech?
Laszlo, swear to God, I will put you.
I mean,
down.
Atticus has a
You're
good
not doing
point.
this.
You know, I mean, as far as you guys know, the clone of Xavier is currently at Frostwrath's, currently trying to re-summon Colossals.
All right, I say we just kill her right now.
If we were able to kill Fiona, wouldn't it make sense that we might be able to take control of these constructs to help us with our bigger problems anyway?
If we don't kill
I
her, we
could-
can convince her to still give us constructs. If we,
So-
you know,
so what I'm hearing
threaten to
is-
kill her.
We went through all this rigmarole, and you wanted me to kill her anyway.
I'm
We
not saying
wanted to
kill her.
find out how she reacted.
This was a reconnaissance mission. I mean, come
I
on.
don't- Still don't think we should kill her because
No.
she's obviously very, useful. She built all these constructs. We can maybe use her to. Asking her didn't work, but maybe.
I
be a
could-
little
I mean,
more
the constructs
persuasive.
can't see, so it's like could be better.
I could try to get access to her like master control, and then we just have all the constructs instead of
Yeah.
waiting around.
What if we give ourselves a day? We see what we can find out. We see what maybe, Ray can do, what everybody in there can do in one day. And if we haven't figured anything out, then we go to plan B and we kill her.
We don't need to kill her.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not,
can
I'm
just,
not
like,
saying
knock
we
her
kill her.
out.
We can
We-
knock
think
her
about
out.
it. If we
convince her to
need
destroy
to.
the gym.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
shoot her with
take
the
the
cannon.
thing that controls them and either destroy
Yeah.
that or see if just the like holder of it can control them.
We can get our
Yeah, if-
hands on
if
it.
you wanna wait
I
till
can
nighttime.
figure out what it is.
That's true. I could
But I
sneak
just don't
in.
think we should let it go longer than tonight.
I could be like a little spider on Elburn's shoulder, and then once we're in there,
I don't like
steal it. Okay, I can be a little pill bug.
She
On
did
Elburn's
say that she
shoulder.
would not meet with Elburn today. So like
Right.
that's like a whole
Well, she meet
day
with
and then a
me
whole night
today.
and then might meet with Elburn tomorrow.
She'll meet with me though.
I mean, the good thing is about someone that hates magic users is they probably don't have magic protecting their house, so it would be easy to sneak in.
Through the
It's
chimney.
like
Still wondering how these constructs are made, if not with magic.
Mm.
We can figure that
We
out.
could just wait until night and maybe we all sneak in and we get as much information as we can and then we meet back up and decide what we're gonna do.
Okay, if I'm in that house, I'm gonna be making a bunch of noise. But yeah, we can try.
Why?
I still think
We have this big plate of
there-
armor.
is
plate
there
of
a
I'll
armor.
cast reduce on you.
Sky, is
Okay.
there a workshop for these somewhere that's not in the manor?
Sky does know of a workshop, yes.
You can investigate the workshop.
Yeah.
I mean, Laszlo's apparently going to it as well.
Investigate the workshop at night. Is Laszlo's also going to it? Might not be a bad idea.
I'm going to the workshop. I'll do some reconnaissance.
Okay.
I'm a guard now, so that's cool. I can tell you guys what I find out.
Yeah.
I'll fly around in the sewer. Like so.
Okay.
Woo!
So you guys the sewer people are just waiting?
I'm
I thought
flying
we were
over.
gonna go to a house.
Yeah, we're sneaking out.
I
of
think
the
we're
house.
I think Kelpie was gonna go scout out a house for us in animal farm, right?
Sky knows of a house.
Sky knows of a house. I can scout
Yeah.
to like make sure the
I know
path is
about-
clear.
I don't.
Thanks, guy.
You guys will just have to roll a general party stealth check to see if you can get there.
Party
Do it.
stealth.
Okay. I
So,
cast
but-
pass without a trace.
But for
Stealth on.
first, we'll do. Let's do that first. So, the four constructs lead Ray away, lead Laszlo away, and then the rest of you climb up out of the manhole. Kelpie casts pass without a trace. So all of you roll stealth checks plus 10.
I'm guessing if I'm flying, I'm still making a
Not
bunch of
us,
noise.
right?
No,
I'm still like, I don't know.
I would not
Up to you.
enough, not enough to be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because
Then I will
the
fly.
wings are doing most of the work, so it's kind of like the physical form of you is just kind of gliding a little bit.
All right, cool. And then I will fly.
Yeah.
Did we see Laszlo
You guys
coming out of the sewer?
you can risk that if you want to.
No. If we saw him, I just wanted to give him like a look. Like, yeah, I'm flying.
No, I think you waited till the constructs were gone.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah,
At 22.
22 Rev,
40.
Sky,
26.
26 Atticus,
I got 21.
and
With the plus
Kelpie.
30.
Yeah, all of you needed to. This was a hard stealth check. I said every 5 minutes there's a duo of constructs, but all of you got above a 20. That's what you. That's definitely,
40?
especially with the 40 out there. We'll-
What? How the fuck?
You guys get to the house very easily. It's You see that it's completely abandoned, like furniture and everything is gone. It's just there's like cabinets and drawers that are still in the kitchen, but that's about it. And as you all settle into this abandoned house, just having snuck in time, Ray, you're first.
Huh.
You approach what seems to be the barracks. At the front door of the barracks are 2 human guards, and the constructs approach, and they look at you and they say, hello, we know why you're here. You're the newest recruit. If you could follow us.
Will do, boys.
They take you
Girls,
inside. They take you inside to a room just inside. They look at you and they say, we need you to take everything off that you are wearing, and that you have on you.
Like weapons or like
All of it, everything.
my clothes too.
Everything, all of it.
I immediately get naked.
Okay. And it's not like sexual to them at all. They're doing
No.
their jobs. They take
No.
all of your clothing. They take all of your items. They walk out of the
You
room.
think I wore clothes in the woods?
They
No.
come in. They give you a shirt and some pants, and they say training starts tomorrow. And then they walk out, shut the door, and you hear a as the door locks.
Immediately, is there any like windows on this barracks?
There is a small up at the top, like foot wide, foot long, window.
Is there anybody else? Am I the only one in here?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Is it glass? I'm assuming, like, can I open?
It's not glass. It's just a hole in the wall.
Oh, cool. Probably wild shape into a bug or something. Crawl out. Well, wait, first.
We'll come
Is
back
it
to
blank?
you. We'll come back to
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Bye.
And so Laszlo, you are taken into this large warehouse, but the first floor of the warehouse is filled with like what seems to be like storage, a bunch of constructs patrolling, and then you walk down the stone staircase further into the warehouse. And then on this floor is a large, wide open area where it seems to be people are like putting together the constructs. There are stations where this is happening. Each station seems to have a different job. Go ahead and make an insight check.
6.
Everyone is very happy to be here.
Of
You are then brought another floor down, taken away from the second floor, and into a area that has like where the stairs are. There are then 4 hallways that branch off on either side, with long hallways and doors lining either side. And above each one is like A through E, F through J, so on and so forth for the whole alphabet. And it seems to be that this is the workers' barracks, and these are where the workers of this place live. And they take you into a room. Also, once you've entered the warehouse, 2 human guards took over from the constructs, and they've been escorting you. They take you to this room, and they say, we need you to take off everything that you're wearing and all of your items.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. They take all of your clothes and all of your items. They give you a simple shirt and pant, and they tell you training starts tomorrow. And they shut the door and lock it.
Okay. I knock on the door again. I actually have a few questions.
A slat on the door where food is delivered opens. Yeah.
I was actually hoping I can walk around the floor, get a sense of the place, talk to some people.
You have to have level 3 security clearance to even begin that conversation.
How do you get that?
Well, you're currently at level 20, so you work your way up.
Okay. I'd like to officially apply.
So I don't run that department.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else?
All right. No, that's it.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
he shuts the thing. And as all of you kind of take in the situation that's going on around you, the many plans that are possible start swimming around in your brain. Yeah, you have basically 2 party members that are prisoners now. One of them that's like a half prisoner. But not prisoners, just heavily guarded and watched.
Honestly, we've been in worse situations.
Heavily monitored. You're not prisoners. You're just heavily monitored.
Locked in a cell without your gear.
Yeah.
I've got my gear on me.
You do. And with that is where we will stop for this week. We will pick up next week to find out how the Lake Peak 7 defends Lake Peak yet again. Or if they do, or I'll die. Who knows? So, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Miranda, for joining us as Sky.
Come back next week.
We appreciate it. Yeah, come back next week. We
Sky's a construct. Plot twist.
Yeah. We're appreciative of having you here, Mabel. We love all of our viewers. I love all my players, the best players that a DM can ask for. And stay tuned to @CharmedPersons pretty much everywhere. And tomorrow, tune in to the 2nd installment of Matt's One Shot in Hell. I'm very excited to bring those characters back. Yeah, very excited to have everybody there. All right, so without further ado, everybody, say bye. Bye.